Oh, there we go. Here we go. Levy's game has started. He's playing as Megan Lee, by the way. Okay. Levy plays c4. We got e5, so we have a classic English opening here. Let me mute this tab. We're done covering this. We're going to cover the real action. Here we go. We have an English opening here in Levy's game. Yeah, he's playing Megan Lee. She's rated 2300. Yeah. What am I eating? I'm eating a chicken tandoori wrap that I got at Costco last night. You eat food from Costco? Why not? Yeah, this is what it is, you guys. Actually, let me find an image of it. Yeah, this is what it is. This is what it is. Yeah, it's the Kirkland signature tandoori chicken wrap with mini yogurt sauce or tzatziki. So you get 4 of them, so it's pretty good. Yeah, I think you guys can see it, so that's what I'm eating. Yeah, it's from Costco. How much does that cost in euros? A little bit less, but anyway, let's get back to the game. So yeah, okay, with g3, knight f6 being played, Levy's probably gonna go bishop g2 or knight c3 here. I'm guessing he'll play bishop g2. That's my best guess in the position. Can I order this on Amazon? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe. Not sure, but maybe. I'm kind of hoping for a win for Megan purely by the fact that she's a woman because they're underrepresented. Right, yeah. Levy will either play knight f3 or knight c3 here, I expect. One of the two moves. One of the two moves is what I expect. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Levy's probably thinking about which line he wants to play, but pretty normal so far. No, I don't know Megan Lee, actually. I don't know her, no. I mean, a lot of people playing now are from a different generation than I am. Is Megan Lee similar strength to Alexander Botez? No, Megan Lee is much stronger. Megan Lee is 2300. Botez at her peak was maybe like 2150 or 2200 at most. No, I mean she's a very good player. She's probably gonna be in no, I played Carissa Yip. I think I played Carissa Yip. I might have played her too, I don't know, but yeah. So no, she's significantly stronger, and I think she's gonna qualify for the US Women's Championship too. So for IM, it's the same as gym. You need 3 performance of a certain level and a rating. That's what you need. So yeah. Am I following Euros? No, I have not been following closely. Nope. Nope. So yeah. Okay, pretty standard stuff so far. Have I lost to female player in classical? Of course I have. I lost to I think I lost to Camilla Bagenstate in the US Championship in 2004 or 5, whenever it was. I also I was lost to Kedavon Arakamiya Grant in Gibraltar in like 2007 maybe. So yeah, I have. All normal. We'll get castles here, I assume. Yeah, or sorry, bishop b7. Levy has to figure out whether he wants to go a3 b4, whether he wants to play d3 or rook b1. One of these three moves will be played. Just a question of which one. Check out the super rapid. We actually, you're right, those are much quicker game, but it's the last game of the day. So now let's focus on this. Let's focus on this. This is what matters. Yeah. Why don't I participate in the US Championship? I'm not playing the US Championship this year because I'm going to be competing in the Global Chess League being held in London in October. Magnus Carlsen and many others will be playing. Mags will be playing. Vichy will be playing. Nepo will be playing. Like a bunch of us will be playing. So yeah. Levy gets Hikaru hundreds of Ks of views while the World Tour is Peanut Factory. Touche. That's the reality we live in, and I'm just gonna say, like, you know, you basically, the world is the way it is because of what you do. And at the end of the day, during the pandemic, when it was starting, like, all these top guys, they could have gotten into streaming, they could have had some success, but instead of getting into stream, they sat at home doing Netflix and chill. And Levy and I were out here grinding. We weren't the only ones, but we were out here grinding. And so in a way, you get what you deserve. That's what you get, what you deserve. Yeah, I've never regretted Netflix and chill. Yeah, anyway, yeah. So okay, a3 played. We'll either get a5 or bishop e6 here. Levy's trying to expand on the queen side. Bishop e6 is the best move here objectively. I think rook e8 bishop f8 is also an idea. I think that might be the old Iranian line with rook e8 bishop f8, but bishop e6 is what I've played. I think bishop e6 b4 f6 b is this what I've had? I swear I think I've had this position against not Nepo, Dubov. Maybe it's Dubov that I always had this position against, or maybe it was with a5 included, but yeah. So anyway, but yeah, that's just what I would say broadly speaking, is that, like, there's a reason it's like that. It's because when chess was popping off and there was a big boom, there were some of us who saw, I mean, we were basically in the moment, we're in the right place at the right time, and we kept grinding, trying to make chess bigger. And so in many ways it's deserved. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. It's very deserved. So like when top players, I mean, all the top players are very unhappy by it, but it's their own fault. They didn't do anything during the pandemic. It's their own fault. They figure all we have to do is show up and play chess, and then we should be rewarded with millions of dollars. And that's just not how it works. That's just not how it works at the end of the day. I love your attitude. I mean, that's one of the things that shifted a lot around the time of streaming, is you really have to look at things with the, like, a bigger perspective. You have to look at it with, like, the wider lens. Yeah. I'm not really joking. I mean, top chess players think that they're underpaid. I mean, they get, you know, like I said, top 10 player probably makes somewhere in the range of 300 to 400k, or even 500-600 depending on sponsors a year, pre-tax obviously, so you lose half of that, but it's still better than most jobs in the world. And you get to push carved wooden pieces. Let's be real, you're playing with carved wooden pieces. And so trying to compare chess to something like, I don't know, like a major sport, like, let's be real, you're pushing carved wooden pieces. I feel like that's gonna be the drinking game today. That's gonna be the drinking game today. How many times do I say carved wood or carved wooden pieces or something like that? But anyway, yes, baseball is a carved wooden piece though. True, you're right. Baseball, you have a wooden bat, and you have a wood. Actually, no, baseball is not wooden. No, only the bat is wood. The baseball is what is the baseball actually? What is the baseball made out of actually? It's leather with, what is it bound with? It's leather and what though? But anyway, whatever. It's leather and rubber. Yeah, wooden baseball. Anyway, okay, we're getting way off topic here, so let's get back to the games. Yeah. So I mean, I'm just being honest with you guys, and that's another great freedom about being in the position I'm in. You know, one of the reasons a lot of people don't talk up on many issues in chess is because they're worried that it will affect their invitations. Like if you say certain things, it's going to affect your invitations. Someone might not like what you say, and you might not get an invite. So that's also the other thing that I'm very fortunate, is because my income is not derived from playing in these top level tournaments, I can give more honest opinions. And that is actually very unfortunate too. It's actually very, very unfortunate. That's the reality. So anyway, out of coffee. I have water though, at least. Okay, she plays rookie 8. This move is completely acceptable too. This is what I think this is the old Levon line, if I remember correctly. Actually, is this the Kramnik game? This might be Magnus versus... Is this the Magnus Kramnik game, or did Kramnik go bishop e6? I think Kramnik went bishop e6, but I could be wrong. In London in 2009. Or 2010, whenever it was. I forget which year it was. 2010 probably. But yeah. Okay. Levy will obviously go b4 here, try to expand, because also you can play b5 to hit the knight and potentially win a pawn on e5. I should check, was that bishop e6 or rookie? I think it was bishop e6, but I could be wrong. Let me see. Kramnik, or no, Carlsen, Kramnik, London 2010. London Chess Classic 2010. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. No, it was, maybe it was 2009. It was 2009. Let's see, what was it? Okay, let's pull up the game. Was it bishop e6 or was it rookie 8? I think it was bishop e6, but it was bishop e6. Yeah, it was not rookie 8, it was bishop e6. Okay, yeah, it was not rookie 8, it was bishop e6. Oh, but Magnus actually didn't play d3 right away either. It was like, yeah, it was this one. Okay, it was a different one. So we got rookie 8, we'll get b4 here. If Faustino stays, what will his rank be in 5-10 years in review? Faustino's going to be a 2600 plus GM unless like something crazy happens. Beyond that, I think a lot's going to depend on it's going to depend on progression, how he deals with sort of setbacks and other things. Yeah, such a random game. Why do you remember? Because I played the London Chess Classic in 2009, and Magnus just crushed Kramnik in that game, and it was very notable because at that time Kramnik was definitely considered to be on par with Magnus, and Kramnik had great preparation, all these different things. Yeah. Are they playing at cafe restaurant? No, they're playing at the Marshall Chess. I mean, maybe actually I probably shouldn't. Well, but whatever. Everybody already knows anyway. They're playing the Marshall Chess Club in New York City. That's where they're playing. Do I help Levy by getting the GM, or why do you cast all his games? Because it's what the fans want to see. It's much more exciting than anything else. Yeah. It's what everybody wants to see. Is elo deflation a thing? I think everybody's just getting better. That's all there is to it. Everyone's getting better. It's tough. Chess is becoming a very difficult game. I mean, everybody's improving, and it's just tough. That's what I'm gonna say. It's in a Hilton basement. I'm pretty sure they're playing at the Marshall, but I could be wrong. The only reason I'm not sure if they're playing at the Marshall, they're definitely in New York City, is because the walls look different. Mind you, I mean, I haven't played a tournament at the Marshall in probably 20 years now, but still, looks different. It looks like a Denny's, yeah. Yeah. Would I come to the Marshall one day for fun? I mean, I was at the Marshall like 2 weeks ago during the FIDE event on a Saturday evening, but I didn't stick around that long. I had other stuff going on, so yeah. Even Levy is cheating. Look, he has a border button with the eval bar. Of course, those guys, they should just look up at the wall, right? Just look up at the wall. Oh, Levy, do you see that? Levy looked over. He almost looked up. He almost looked up at the eval bar. Yes. Okay, bishop f8 played. I assume Levy will play rook b1, b5. I mean b5, bishop e3. Actually, rook b1 doesn't make a lot of sense here. Probably b5 or bishop e3 are the two most obvious moves. I expect bishop e3 to be played by Levy here. Is elo deflation a thing? Actually, I'll give you guys the hot take. I've said this a few times already, but I don't think anybody is going to get even remotely close to Magnus's peak unless there's a fundamental change to the rating system. I don't think anyone will ever come even remotely close to Magnus's peak of 2880 or 89 or whatever it was. I forget. I think it was published 81 or 82. I don't think anyone will ever get close to that because I think the gap in the margin between players is so small now. I don't think anyone will even come close to it. I would honestly be surprised if anybody not named Magnus even gets to 2850 in classical chess ever again. So that I said that recently, but I actually really do believe that I think people are becoming too good. I think there's too much information. The gap is closing. I don't think anyone will ever get to 2850 again, except maybe Magnus, and I don't even think he will, honestly. What about you? I mean, I'm not getting to 2850. Can you strategically choose your opponent's increased rating? You mean go play random terms and farm? I mean, I could, but that's just so cheesy. That's so cheesy. Calm down, Fisher. Yes, calm down. No, I'm just being honest. I feel like the gap is so small now, and honestly, like, I play these kids like Faustino and they're so good already. I just think the gap is so small. It's just too cheesy. Yeah, I could go find some random tournament and play 2200 players and farm my rating to 2850, but that's just so cheesy and I would never do it. Okay. Magnus's peak is 2882. Yes. Yeah. Go to the Rouen Open Hikaru farm people there. Yeah. Yeah, there was a guy in prison who got a rating of like 2780 or something. His name was Claude Bloodgood, of course, because he had to have that kind of a name. So, all right. We got Bishop f8 played. Levy thinking which move to play. Yeah, Arjun will get to 3100 by playing opens. That'd be funny. Levy's gonna play either Bishop e3 or b5 here. Computer wants Bishop g5, which I don't. That looks weird because it just helps black create the. Yeah, that's not gonna be played. He'll go Bishop e3 or b5 here. Maybe knight d2, maybe, but that also looks kind of awkward. Yeah, I think Bishop e3 is what Levy will play here. We got like Bishop e3 and then knight d4 with the idea of like Rook c1 and c6, and the show goes on. So anyway, hope you guys are having a great morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Of course, today is Friday, the final day of the work week, so hope you guys TGIF. Why would you want to provoke f6? I guess computer wants what? No, I mean, it's just a weak engine. I mean, chess.com engine is so bad. If only they had some connection to an engine on the cloud like Lead Chess has. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Just had to cough a little bit. It might be a little bit different. Anyway, let's see what Levy's gonna play here. I expect Bishop e3. That's my expectation for a move. Yeah. So I expect Bishop e3. Market today, Tesla getting. Wait, Tesla's getting killed? Tesla's at 250. What do you mean? Tesla's up 4%. It just shaved off half the loss from yesterday. I'm just mad at myself because now the Nasdaq's at 0.9%. I literally said on stream yesterday that the market wasn't up, I was going to be buying index funds, and I should have bought on the open. Stupid. Whatever. More opportunities in the future. That's annoying. Anyway, okay. Yeah. So let's see what we get. Lee Chess says Bishop g5. Yeah, probably technically it's the best move, but I mean, I guess it's the best move probably because at some point, what is it, like you have d4? But even if you get the dream position, this is actually so good. It's not so good. It's not so good. Io, bro, playing an actress. Okay, thank you. Bishop b2 is a move as well. Actually, bishop b2 is not crazy. Actually, bishop b2 is not crazy. I forgot this existed. You're right. So actually, I think Levy's going to go here or here. One of these two moves. You're right. Bishop b2 is completely reasonable. One of these two moves will be played. The thing is, I don't think Levy knows this line by heart, so he's trying to figure out which setup he wants. I think it's completely fine to take time here. Yeah. So anyway, whoa. E4 is not a good move here because black can play bishop g4 followed by knight to d4. Oh, there's Ostrovsky. Ostrovsky looking at the notation. He's done some commentary on our channel. So okay, let's see, what are we gonna get here? Do you lose rating points if you're inactive, or what happens? No, you don't. And I think that's also a big problem with the FIDE rating system, is that I think that there should be decay factor. Because, for example, I mean, I love Vichy. He's a great player. He's not the only one, but Vichy plays like 3 games a year, and he maintains his rating. And I mean, I love Vichy, obviously. Great champion of the game, but he plays very minimal tournaments. And he's not the only one. There are players like Wesley So, for example, who's played like 1 classical tournament this year. And so if you only play like a few games a year, you'll be able to maintain your ranking. And I think that is a problem in the long term. Like, I'll give you an example. Like right now, if I were to literally play like 3 games a year for the next 20 years, I probably would still be 2750. No kappa. If I just played like 3 games a year for the next 20 years, I probably would just keep my rating at like 2750 or higher. And that is not right, is what I would say. That's just not right. It shouldn't work like that. Yeah. Daniel was arguing you shouldn't lose rating. I think it only really applies to the absolute top level. Are you the next video Mr. Beast will have with all top YouTubers? No, I'm not. I mean, top YouTuber is such a clickbaity thing to say, like, because there's so many top YouTubers who don't even speak English as a first language. Classical level is lower. 2018 Hikaru or 2015 Knocker or Hikaru would dominate now. Maybe. Yeah. I don't think Levy's in it either. I mean, Levy's busy with all the chess stuff too. Do I think Vichy's worthy of being top 10? I mean, I would say that Vichy on a given day, he can still play at like a 2750 plus level easily. I think the issue with Vichy is because he's not super young. I don't think he could keep it together over the course of a 2-week tournament, just because of how old he is. But on a one-off day, I think Vichy easily could play at that level, if not higher. Easily. Soon bishop b2 or bishop b3. Thank you, Trebadus, for the sub. Thanks so much, Trebadus. Appreciate it. Okay, Levy using a lot of time here. Have the other games ended or not? Did I see an AT&T breach? I don't use AT&T, so I wouldn't know. Let's take a look at the other game. There we go. Take a look at the other games. Gucci drew his game. Let's take a look at Fabi's game. Fabiano is better in his game, by the way. We'll get back to Levy's game in a second. See what Maxime does here. Levy, or not Levy, sorry. Fabiano is 1 2 3 4 5. Fabiano's just up a pawn here. You get knight f5, blunder, b4 winning. GG's. Yeah, probably you just take and take, and yeah, that's terrible. What do you think would be Gary's classical chess level now? I mean, definitely 2700 plus. Definitely 2700 plus. Okay, Wesley drew his game against Ali Reza, Anish and Levon. Looks balanced. Okay, Levy moved. Levy did play bishop g5. Okay, he did play bishop g5. Also, that's one thing you're probably thinking about the way she touched the pieces. That's something that happens at the higher levels where it's like it's a very obvious adjust. So even if you don't say anything, there's nothing. It's not a big deal. She's probably gonna go f6 though. Any other move doesn't really make sense. I mean, I guess you got bishop e3, a5, b5, knight d4 even. I don't like Levy's position, but it's very early in the game. Do I think I'm better than Fabiano? No, Fabiano's peak is better than me, but I do have a winning record against him head to head. And I think in recent times I've clearly been the better player. So I mean, I think that is very, very clear cut. I mean, there are people who are going to try and disagree with that, but I mean, the head to head matters a lot. And I beat him like 4 in a row, I think, or 5 in a row or something. I think it was 4 in a row, right? 4 in a row with white, and then he got a draw in Norway, I think, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it just depends what you base on. But if you look at the peak, Fabiano's peak at 2850, easily the third best in history after Magnus and Gary. I expect f6 here. Why do you never like any of these positions? Well, I just don't like, I don't like the position because the moves are not trivial for Levy. The moves are difficult. The plans are not simplistic. I like simpler positions with simple plans, similar to Jose Raul Capablanca. Is that Tawny? That looks like Tawny. Maybe that's Tawny who's watching the game, right? I think that's Tawny, but I could be wrong. How long does it take to reach GM on average? Well, now it doesn't take that long, but in general, Tawny's not a GM. I mean, Tawny's a good example of somebody who we were touting very highly in like 2020-ish. We were touting him very highly, but I feel like Tawny he hasn't improved, and honestly I feel like it's mostly due to not having opportunities. How are you sure is the best player of a sport in the US? I mean, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Maybe in some parts of the world they would care if you're the best chess player in the country. Nobody cares in the US. Nobody cares. Yeah. I mean, you're acting like I'm some kind of national hero. I'm not. I get recognized more now than ever before, and that's because I live stream and I make content. Has nothing to do with actually playing chess. So anyway, yeah, Bobby Fischer is definitely a household name in the US, definitely. So all right, we'll watch the whole game, we'll play, we'll do everything, all these different things. There's no blitz for today. Yesterday was the kick-athlon. Will Fabiano win the whole tournament, just rapid section? I mean, if he wins this game today and he's a big lead, there's a good chance he's gonna win. Yeah, we're probably 7,500x more popular because of Twitch made more. I mean, basically whenever I go out I get recognized by like 1 or 2 people at least. It's just no matter what I mean, I don't try to hide who I'm like. I don't like wear sunglasses or like wear a cap or, you know, what all those things that a lot of actors do. But yeah, I mean, like I get recognized now, and I never got recognized in the US prior to the pandemic. Basically, if I was in New York or something, maybe, but not just, you know, not if I'm out shopping at Costco, for example. Big moment here, bishop e3 or bishop d2. I would like Levy to just play bishop e3 or bishop d2, but play it quickly and not spend a lot of time here. Favorite kind of noodle? I'm generally a fan of like the Japanese style noodles, like ramen noodles. I mean, sometimes I like vermicelli. Vermicelli is decent too with the right flavoring and everything. So it's a mix. Hey yo, udon is good too. I haven't had udon in a very long time, actually. I would like to see Levy move quickly and not spend too much time here. Do I mind doing a puzzle we wait? Of course I can, but I'm not sure if he's going to move quickly or not here. Also, we should cover the last round of the GCT, because that is still going, right? That is still going. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay, Maxime is going to lose. Okay. So yeah, so Fabiano is going to be crushing this event. He's going to have like a 3-point, it's only a 3-point lead going into the blitz though. 3 points can vanish very quickly. 3 points can vanish very quickly. I'm not sure that Fabiano is going to win this. I mean, he's going to have what? He's going to have a 3-point lead over Wesley, 5-point lead over Ali Reza. Ali Reza, I think, is the big danger. So I think we'll take a look at this and then we'll move it along. How do people not get tired of this long playing chess? Of course they get tired. Chess is a tough game. Should sports shows start doing chess segments? I don't think so. Is the Amazon going to recover? What's that have to do with? You mean because it's 195? You mean because Amazon was 195? Is that what you mean? I didn't look at what Amazon's doing. Amazon's red 194.5. I mean, I don't know. I think earnings are coming up, right? Let me see. Amazon earnings. $8.81. So 3 weeks they report. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Jeff sold a bunch of stock recently, right? He sold like 5 billion. He sold 5 billion, I think, of stock maybe last week or something. But yeah, I was looking at Amazon far out, but I don't know what to make of Amazon, heads or tails. Okay, Levy moved bishop d2. Yeah, played. I'm gonna leave it here for a second because this game should be ending very soon. Are there any other games going on? Let me just see if there are any other games. Because this is gonna end soon. Okay, Gukesh gonna win. Anish versus Levon still going. Maxime, 3 games. Love the stream. Yeah, I'm sort of going between both because Levy's game is classical, so it's gonna go for a long time. Fabiano is gonna win this game though. Fabiano will win this game. Why I say trading is not worth it, because basically if you buy an index fund, you're gonna do better generally. I mean, unless tech just goes up. Like I'll say that. Like if you just bought any tech stock 2 years ago and you held it, you're probably beating the market. But over the long run, I mean, it's not realistic. Yeah, I mean, unless you're buying like Apple, Tesla, or Nvidia, or like ARM, Broadcom, Micron, Dell. I mean, like, yes, but again, you could also do much TSM, which I do own as well. Yeah, I mean, like literally any of them. Yeah, it's just it's not realistic. It's not realistic. No. Anyway, let's see if Fabiano can put this game away finally. Okay, Rook F4 played. Okay, King G3, G5. Yeah, very good. C3 incoming next. But yeah, Fabiano's going to win this game very soon. So, all right. Here, Rook A8, King G7. King H7 also fine too, to dodge any kind of weird forks or anything. But I expect King G7. Okay, thank you riding with Dave for subscribing. Thank you so much for riding with Dave. Appreciate it. Right, but like a good example is TSM. So like I bought it like 120 something, and like I'm up like 40% plus in 3 months, and that's like I could just sell it tomorrow. It's like, okay, I beat the market. But but even then, I was like, that's just sheer luck. That's just sheer luck. Okay, King G7 from Fabi. Levy's game, we have no moves, right? No moves in Levy's game. Just Bishop D2. Yeah. Go back. Okay, let's go back to Levy's game because this is what everybody wants to actually watch. Again, Levy's game. Levy's opponent Megan Lee should play knight d4, a5, and bishop e6 for 3 moves. Bishop e6 to put the bishop on this nice diagonal. Because before, for example, if you got this position, white could go knight g5 to hit the bishop. And so here, after f6 is played in this position, actually, I don't like bishop d2. Why do you go to d2 and not e3? Because now to bishop e6, you've got the chain of pawns, but this pawn not only does it support the base, but it stops knight g5. So now the bishop is doing very well in this diagonal. So bishop e6 is what I expect to be played. a5 and knight d4 are the other alternative moves. There are 3 moves for black here: bishop e6, a5, or knight d4. And we'll see one of these 3 moves being played with near certainty. Let's go back to the other game. Fabiano gets his pawn to c3. He's going to win the game. Rook e4 probably, and rook e3. Very straightforward. d2 is okay, but I don't love it. The reason I don't love bishop d2 is because it felt like with bishop e3, you maybe are going to play d4 here. You also maybe spy on the diagonal, and on d2, you don't really have any of that. Also, in a lot of English systems, normally you want to move the knight to d2 to open up the long scope. So by putting the bishop on d2 here, you lose the square. You don't have targets on this diagonal. You don't have the pawn push, and your knight doesn't have the d2 square. It's completely fine, of course, but it just, bishop e3 feels a little bit more natural. Hi Hikaru, bye Hikaru. Have a good one, Rose, or Ross. Yeah, bishop e3 is the classical move. Bishop d2 is completely fine, of course. It's I just don't know what the plan is for white. That's the only problem. I mean, maybe the hope is that after a5, b5, somewhere really far down the line, this pawn is weak on a5. Maybe that's the idea. I don't know. I suspect that's actually the idea, is that down the road there's the hope that the pawn's very weak. Probably why the computer likes it more. There was a Carlsen Hansen game that had bishop e3, of course, because Magnus is like the most intuitive player in the world. Magnus's natural field positions is great. So if Magnus puts the bishop on e3, it's because it feels like the right square. It feels very natural and correct. I won't answer questions about blindfold. What did I miss about blindfold? I did win the kicathlon, yes. What question did I not answer? Why did I not participate in Croatia Rapid and Blitz? Because frankly, the money's not good enough, and it has no purpose towards qualifying for the candidates or the World Championship cycle in 2025. Yeah, she goes a5. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get b5, knight d4. When you visualize the board, how does it look in your head? Pretty much exactly like right now. I don't know if let me think about this. If I think about the position, yeah, I see a blue board in my head. Yes. Yeah. So for anybody who's wondering, I mean, basically with tournaments, obviously I'm very busy. I do stream primarily, and so I have to pick and choose which tournaments I want to play. I'm not a professional chess player anymore, so when I do go and compete, I have to pick and choose very, very wisely. It's not easy. I think a lot of people forget, you know, it takes a lot of energy to play these games because all these guys are monsters. They're all out to crush me. So I'm playing all these monsters. I have to do recaps after the games as well. And I have to come with commentators to cover it on my channel. So all these different things, all these moving parts make it quite difficult. So it's not as easy as everyone assumes. And so I have to pick and choose my turns very, very carefully. Levy yawning again, by the way. Yeah. Am I available for corporate gigs? I mean, yes, I would say, yeah, I'm probably available. Just depends. The way you pick them has been working. I mean, the way that I go about picking terms is very simple. Do I like what the organizer are doing? Is it something that I think is good for chess? So like Norway chess, for example, a lot of people, I think people know this. Norway chess is a tournament where they do not have a very wealthy individual sponsoring the tournament. They have to come up with sponsors every year. They have to be very, very creative in order to get these sponsors. And so like with Norway, they have to try every year to do something new to get these sponsors. And so I really appreciate the approach. I appreciate all they're doing for the game. So I really like the organizers and what they're doing. So from that standpoint, it's a great term to play if I believe in what they're doing for chess. And so that's why I play Norway chess. But most of the other tournaments I play are directly connected, like the Grand Swiss or the World Cup. It's because they are qualifiers for the candidates tournament. So it's very straightforward in how I do it. Like if I play a tournament that's not connected, it's because I think what's going on is good. It's like the Global Chess League, which I'm playing in London in October this year. It's a new approach. It's this new thing. They're trying to have it on TV. They're trying to do things. They're trying to push chess in a certain way, and I'm open to giving it a try. Qatar, the reason I had to play was because I had to play 4 tournaments to be eligible to qualify by rating for the candidates. Qatar was a very last minute event. I'm very last minute. I had to play 4 classical events. Casablanca, you guys want me to literally give my rationale for why I played every tournament in the last like 5 years, right? Casablanca I played because it was a new event. I was already intending to go to Morocco to do filming, and it's a new variant. It felt like fun. It's a place I've never been before. It's in Africa, and yeah, so there you go. You're gonna ask me to like explain everything, like, yeah. So all right, we're gonna get b5. I expect b5 knight d4. This is what I expect. Apparently this is good for white. Knight a4. This is starting to get very dank. I do not expect this, but apparently this is almost winning for white, which is crazy actually. I think this is what we're gonna get. We're gonna get b5 knight d4, takes knight e4. This is what I expect to be played. Bishop e6 and then bishop d5 and f5. I do not expect Levy to play knight a4. I'd be very surprised unless he actually has looked at this. If he's looked at this position, he could know it. He could know it, but this seems very deep and very random for Levy to have looked at as a line. So let's see what we get here. Love you, Naka, coming from Orlando. Hope all's well in Orlando. I know it's very hot in Florida right now. Very hot. Let's take a look at the other games. Okay, Fabiano won. What else happened? There's still 2 games going. I'm gonna guess this is balanced, but probably easier for white to play due to the bad B here that has to go to a8. What else? Or apparently black's winning according to the bar. I just noticed the bar 2.5. Wow, shocking. Wait, why is this winning? Bishop a8, queen f4, and king g8. And apparently black's winning here. Hard to judge here. d4 d3. There's also rook a2 maybe. If I could take one skill from Magnus, what would I take? I would honestly, if there's one skill I'd take, it was just the natural feel that he has for any position. I mean, the natural ability that Magnus has to play any position, even if it's a position he doesn't like, it's incredible. It's incredible. So still 2 games going. Yeah, I think it's just the natural feel of Magnus to play any position. Just see his natural feel for the game is unbelievable, just unbelievable. So all right, these games are still going, but nobody cares, so let's get back to Levy's game. I'll do a puzzle rush pretty soon. Didn't realize you were watching the second rated player in the entire world talk about other players playing chess. Yeah, I mean, something like that. Who cares? It's just chess. It's just chess. Do I follow the tour to doping? No, I don't follow the tour to doping. But yeah, I mean, I haven't followed. I followed briefly when Lance Armstrong was winning, but I haven't followed in many years. So let's see what we get from Levy. He should go b5 here. I expect b5 knight d4, and then we'll see what happens after that. Okay, Levy's thinking. Let's do some puzzles. Let's do some puzzles. Do 2 quick puzzles while we wait for the time. Levy's time management is fine here. He's got plenty of time. Nothing wrong with this situation. I approve of it. Wait, what happened? 1 second. There we go. Oh, did Levy move? Levy did move. He played b5. I think we'll get 90, or wait, I'm on the wrong one. We'll get 94 here. Oh wait, no, I'm on the wrong one. What am I doing? This one, sorry. Yeah. Yep. No, we're good. We're good. This is a big moment. I expect 94 to be played. I'd be very surprised. Magnus probably be watching the stream. I doubt it, but I mean, as I said before, I just wish Magnus nothing but the best during this time. That's all it needs to be said. I don't expect Levy to know this queen a4 and rook a d1. I really don't expect him to know that. Levy drew the last game. Am I playing the World Rapid and Blitz in New York? As of right now, yes, I will be playing that. Yeah, 94 is expected. I think we're gonna get takes 94 if I had to guess. Takes 94, 95 also maybe an option. Let's see. Yeah, Magnus's mom passed away unfortunately after a battle with cancer on Tuesday. So yeah, just wishing him nothing but the best. So anyway, all right. Yeah, I like your shirt. Thank you. Appreciate it. Levy looks like he had a long night. I mean, it's very tough playing 2 games a day also. Very, very tough. Levy is taking this girl's lunch money. I doubt it. If you had to eat one food for the rest of life, what would it be? Probably salmon. Salmon probably. I would say salmon, or because salmon's so versatile. You can have salmon with like rice. You can have salmon with veggies. You can have salmon with anything. It's always good. It's very versatile. It's very versatile. Salmon, maybe if I could do something else, I'd pick like maybe if you can only eat it, I'd probably eat salmon if I had to guess. Yeah. Do I own Palantir or Lucid? No, I had positions in Palantir in the past. I had a position in Lucid when they went public, but thankfully I got out of it before it turned into the complete mess that it is today. I mean, I saw the Lucid store in Santa Monica a few years ago, and it's like I was thinking like if they can get production going, they're good. But I mean, it's just such a you look at them. I mean, they're terrible. How many cars do they even produce now? I haven't looked at them closely, but like, I mean, let me see. Lucid Q2 deliveries, I guess what I should look at. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Lucid, they announced this, I guess was Q2. They announced the production and delivery totals for the quarter ended June 30, 2024. They produced 2110 vehicles and delivered 2394. That's 2,394 cars. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just not going to work when you're losing money on every single car. That's just not going to work. I'm sorry, that's just not going to work. Sorry, I had a Puzzle Rush open, by the way, so that's fine. But yeah, I mean, 2,394 cars, and you're losing money on every car that you produce. Like, the math doesn't add up. Okay. So 94 and 94 is apparently very good for Levy, but I don't really expect him to do that. I don't expect him to do it. I'd be fairly surprised. Yeah, make it up in volume. Yeah, well, maybe if it's like 10,000 plus, maybe, but that's just way too few. Levy about to have more ELO than ELO as cars produced. Ouch. 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 Jeez. Okay. Let's see what Levy does here. Jeez. That's how Tesla started. Yeah, but there was no competition when Tesla started. There's no competition when Tesla started, though. That's the difference. I mean, you kind of have Tesla, you have BYD, you have all the regular car manufacturers having their electric cars. So I guess it's probably not the same market because they are really, really high in luxury, but still. So anyway, all right. And yes, I know that Tesla bought the Solar City. He bought was his brother or his cousin's company. I forget. Was it Solar City? I think it was Solar City he bought, right? But yes, I'm aware of that. So anyway, okay. Let's see what Levy does here. There's knight d4. I mean, knight d4 is the human is knight d4 takes knight d4 to me. It looks like the most obvious option. As I said, the computer likes this knight a4 line gambiting a pawn on e2. I don't really think Levy is going to play that. Knight a4 immediately is not a move, because after takes, you lose a juicer. So, but if he doesn't go knight d4, I'm actually not sure what his next move is. But time doesn't matter at all right now. Yeah, rook e1 or a4 is an ugly move, because you give a square on b4. And rook e1, I mean, rook e1 is a move in quite a few lines. I had a game against Lukwang Liam in the 2021, I forget which event it was, but I played a random rook e1 move against Lukwang. I can find the game. English opening. I think I might have lost that game, or is that the one that I won? Chess 2021. Let me see if I can find it. Rook e1. No, I don't see it right now. Yeah, it's too hard to find the games without using ChessBase. So anyway, yeah, rook e1 is a move in some of these English lines, but this was just a weird move here. So can't let me play darks for bishop to e3. He could, but he already went bishop d2. It's kind of like yesterday. Like, I'll give you an example. Like yesterday, like in Levy's game, just to set it up in case anybody didn't watch my recap, he played what, queen d7, I think it was knight e2, takes. At some point they got some position like this. I think it was knight c6, guy castle. Like Levy could have taken on d4, but he didn't. Instead he played knight e7. I think we got this. He went knight g6, and now the guy went c3. Levy could have taken again, but then he played b6. So like Levy had multiple options yesterday to take on d4, and he didn't do it. And it's like at a certain point, once you've committed to not doing something, you don't suddenly change your mind. So like for Levy here, he's not going to suddenly play bishop e3 because he already went to d2. Like if he wanted to go to e3, he would have gone here right away. You don't want to go here and then suddenly go bishop e3. And this is one thing that as a human is very tough, because as humans you don't want to play a move after you've already put a piece on another square. It's like, why waste a move? But computers do this all the time, and and they just don't care. He said he considered taking. Oh, of course he considered the move, but once you reject it a couple of times, you're probably not going to actually do it. Like that's the thing, the more times you have the option you reject it, the less likely you become to go and do it later. Computers have no regret, but we as humans like, oh no, I can't waste time. I can't put my bishop here and then put it here. That's like stupid. I should just put it here right away. Whereas computers don't care at all. They literally do not care. So yeah. Do you consider chess computers to be scumbags? I mean, they're so good that it's disgusting, but scumbags is hard to say when they're not even human and they have no emotions yet. Yeah, knight d4 is a very, I mean, I don't really see other moves that make sense, because black wants to go bishop e6 and black has not developed the pieces. You have 6 pieces on the back rank here. Do I think chess will be solved in our lifetime? It'll never be hard solved, I don't think. Yeah. Nah. Do I believe in life after death? Absolutely I do. I mean, it's more convenient to believe that than not. I mean, you think we just live here and then we're just like, we're gone? I mean, it's like I believe we probably exist on either we exist on another plane, another dimension, or we're reincarnated, like we come back and we're born again. I believe in one of those two. I think that's how I live my life. But you don't have to believe, you don't have to believe me. I don't believe in heaven and hell, but it would be great if heaven and hell existed, because a certain former world champion, if he had to answer for all the things that he said, oh, he'd be right on the train to a certain place. But anyway, so yeah, let's see what do we get here. Yeah, okay, my issue with the reincarnation is population growth. Wait, what? My issue with reincarnation is population growth. What? Oh, you're saying because of too many. Oh, you're saying reincarnation is you're saying reincarnation, it's not possible because we always have too many people. Yeah, PR wise, stick to chess. What do you mean by that? I know what you mean by that. PR wise, what do you mean? Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Stick to chess. And unless you're implying that like I'm gonna go completely crazy down the road or something, which I don't really understand. Or is it just like what I'm saying is babble to you? I don't know what you mean. Like, I mean, I'm just saying what I believe in, but I didn't say you have to believe in what I'm saying. That's just how I choose to live my life. You don't have to believe it. Yeah. 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 I mean, everyone's free to believe what they want to believe. Everyone's free to believe what they want to believe. Just because I think one thing doesn't mean you have to agree or believe it. And of course, nobody, it's like, it's a stupid point to argue or get upset about anyway, because nobody knows. Nobody knows until we can live forever. And then it gets interesting. Okay. Let's see what Levy will do here. I expect him to trade knights. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't trade the knights here and go knight e4. That's what I expect. So, all right. There's only one way to find out death. Yeah, position is actually quite alive and quite exciting here. But let's see what we get. Levy's using his time, and I actually, in this situation, I really like that he's using his time because this is actually the critical moment of the game. This is the critical moment. So Levy spending 15-20 minutes here is actually correct, and I like his time usage. I mean, obviously what I'm talking about is very advanced. Like when I talked about the 30 minutes on the h3, for example, like that's one very specific scenario versus a lot of these scenarios where when the players are using time, I generally have no issue. It's only when they're very obvious moves that you should never spend time on that I'm going to get really upset about it. Like using 20 minutes here, no issue whatsoever. It's a position where you should use your time. H3 in 25 minutes is going to be history. Yes. Yes. I think he's going to take on d4 and go knight e4. That's my best prediction. Takes a knight a4. I mean, I guess like if you think about this enough, again, it's very easy with the engine to see, but like if you think about it enough, I guess you can probably rationally work out this is okay because black has no development here and the two B's for white are super active. But it's very hard to play like this. It's very hard. Yeah. So, yeah. But all right, I'm gonna go use the restroom quickly. I'm gonna go get some more water, maybe a little bit more coffee. I'll be right back and we'll keep rolling. So give me 1 second, you guys, as we keep the show going. We follow Levy's event. So I'll be back in 1 second, you guys. What happened? So we got the trade of the knights on d4. Yeah, big moment. Knight e4 and knight a4 are both playable. A knight a4 is the best move. I expect knight e4 to be played. Knight e4 is what I expect. Knight e4 is what I expect Levy to play here. I don't expect knight a4. Yeah. But I think if he'd stockfish up a queen, of course I could. I think basically the line for playing at stockfish is like if I have an extra knight or a bishop, I win the game. If I'm up 2 pawns, I lose the game. So that's like the differentials, like effectively +2 points or +3 points is the handicap. So I think knight e4 will be played though. But actually I don't know because knight e4 after bishop e6 bishop d5 is not so clear what your plan is. I mean, I guess queen c2 and rook f c1 makes sense, but yeah, I want to see +2. I played against Komodo with 2 pawns and I've lost to it with 2 pawns. Up a piece I win, but up 2 pawns I lose. What, you will lose being up 2 pawns? Do you mean classically? I mean like rapid basically, but I have lost. So yeah, with somebody. Ooh. So anyway, if knight e4 f5, there's knight g5 and suddenly you're in real trouble on the diagonals. This long diagonal towards the king, but also the diagonal towards the pawn and the rook. Yeah, the draw last night was very, very important for Levy. Very important. I think Levy using his time here is very good. It's an open position. He's not gonna have to use his time later. It makes a lot of sense here to do it. He went 94. Okay, he found it. Okay, big moment in the game. Big moment. Big moment. No, I don't think it's insane that he found it. I thought 94 was more likely, but it's not crazy. I mean, this is a big moment here, though. And this is also why, like, I don't like Levy's distinction. Why do I can't want to say distinction? Levy's decision to play the Caro-Kann every game, because it's not an open position. Like, this is the sort of position that Levy's much better at. It's an open position, diagonals, an open file. This is much more in his style than something like the Caro-Kann, which is very closed and very locked and very cramped. Maybe he's cheating. Thank you. Yeah, he's looking up on the wall at the eval bar. Yeah, you know, it's crazy you should say that, though, because someone said to me recently, they're like, they were asking about his Madrid tournament. They thought he was playing too well in the Madrid tournament, and like, it just shows how off the rails all the conversations in chess have gone when you hear that. It's like when you hear that, it's like all the that's how you know everything, all the conversations have gone off the rail. Yeah. By too well, it was like he was playing so well for someone who hasn't played classical chess in a long time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's why, like, even if people think the all publicity is good publicity for chess, it's not actually, because this is what has happened now. Is it's become like the topic du jour, as we say, or the soup du jour. Yeah, King H8 will not be played here. I'd be very surprised by King H8. Yeah. So, all right. Now she is up 30 minutes on the clock, which matters. I think knight d5 is the move that I would expect here. Apparently a bad move, but I don't understand why. Oh, because queen b2 and you just lose bishop f7. I mean, if you take rook e2, unclear. I mean, queen d7, I think is queen d7, queen f7. I mean, I like a 2700 GM could find it, but I don't really think it's going to be played. I think what she's going to play is knight d5. That's my guess. Knight d5 and queen b3, bishop e6, something like that will be played. Knight d5 is what I would play here, I think, even if it's a bad move. Knight d5, queen c2. No, if knight d5 is played, I expect queen b3, bishop e6, queen b2. I also think knight d5, Levy. Oh no, you can't go rook. You still could, because takes versus queen b3, I guess. This is not crazy to expect something like this too. Like, I could see Levy playing this as well. Is it so obvious? It's not actually so obvious. Like, I think there's a good chance we could get this too. I forgot to make coffee. I don't need coffee yet. But chief, why is this so... Actually, wait, why is this so good for white? No, actually, now that I look at this, yeah, this is good for a computer, but this will never happen. I think actually, the more I think about it, I think she's gonna probably go for takes and rook e2. Yeah, I mean, that's just insane. Thank you to Abe of Spades for the sub. Thanks so much to Abe of Spades. Appreciate it. Thank you. What is your beauty skincare routine? Thank you for asking again. I don't have one, but thank you. I mean, I don't really. This is some computers. This is some 3500 dank nonsense. It's like, I mean, you go queen d1, rook e7, rook e6, bishop c1. I guess because black has pushed all these pawns and you have these open diagonals. This is very, very alpha zero-esque. It's like open diags. Black king is weak, even though he's an extra pawn. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit much. A little bit much. I'm rooting. Am I rooting for Novak today? Who's he playing? No, I'm rooting for Mustard Man from Italy, obviously. Colonel Mustard, right? From, or Lionel Mustard, or whatever his name is, from Italy. Okay, let's see what she does. I think she's gonna take and go rook e2, though. That's what I expect. Is she related to Alice Lee? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Is Lorenzo Musetti okay? I mean, I'm rooting for Alcaraz, but Alcaraz, did he actually win his match or not? He was up 2-1, right? Oh, he won the fourth set. Okay, 6-3, 6-4, 6-4. Okay. Best question to ask yourself during a game, or generally I would say, like, for myself, is look at the placement of the pieces and try to see like what pieces are on the right squares, what pieces aren't. Like, where's the harmony in the position? I think she's gonna go knight d5 though. Feels awkward because of queen b3 walking into the pins. So I don't know. I think she's gonna play knight d4 or take and take, one of the two. That's what I expect. One of those two options. One of those two moves. What's your favorite genre of music? I don't have a favorite. Do you think Levy will lose with a pawn down? Nice, bam. I think she's going to take the pawn on e2 though. That's what I expect. I think she's going to take the pawn and see bishop f4 g5 and be like, okay, what is this nonsense? It's what I expect. I mean, it's a great position to have with white, objectively. Wesley attended Webster University. Is the only player to attend a university? No, many other top players have. Glad to be on a stream after so long. Thank you. That's great. What are my plans for classical chess? Try to qualify for the candidates in the World Championship. If I can qualify for the candidates, you let the chips fall where they may. If I can't, I can't. That's life. That's the bottom line. So, and whenever I'm not competitive anymore, I basically will retire from chess effectively. I'll probably never officially retire from chess, but basically I'll unofficially retire at some point. So yeah, that's really all it comes down to. The girl is Lucy, Levy's wife. She'll lose to him on purpose. Wait, what? That's... Why did I read that out loud? Anyway, okay. Yeah. Let's, thank you. I'll always stream forever. I don't know about that. I'll definitely stream to some point, but streaming the way that I stream now, where I stream almost every day, that's not going to happen forever. Fabi playing better rap chess is because Fabiano is in a good place. He enjoys rapid more than classical now. It's pretty funny that, like, if you were to ask someone like 5 years ago before the pandemic, like Fabiano suddenly making all these claims about how he likes rapid chess more than classical, or Magda saying the same thing, and then I'm out here where I actually think I prefer classical more than rapid. It's pretty funny. No, it's very funny that like Magnus and Fabi both like they love rapid and blitz. I obviously still love blitz, but I really don't like rapid chess anymore. If you'd asked that question in 2019, it would have been the opposite. I would have said I like rapid chess more than classical. Yeah. Thank you for signing my board in Norwich. That's awesome. That's great to hear. Will it be able to stream the World Chess Championship this time because it's happening in Singapore time? Will be odd. Of course I'll stream it. I mean, this is my job. You show up for your job. Rise or shine. It could be 3 a.m. It could be 8 a.m. It could be 6 p.m. You show up. So yes, I will. I'll probably be on the East Coast then, though. I'll probably be in Florida specifically to avoid having to wake up at an insane hour. No. Anyway. Is she a title player? She's like a national master. Hikaru likes classical because he plays it infrequently. No, I just like being able to think. Actually, I like being able to think, and the difference is for me, I don't care about the draws. If I draw games, that's fine. I don't care. I just want to play an interesting game. But Fabiano, of course, he wants to win every game. So when he's not winning games and he's drawing every game, he gets upset. That's the difference. 5 years ago it would have been unthinkable that Hikaru's coming to IM's game instead of super rapid and blitz turn. That's crazy if you think about it. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I mean, Levy's worked very hard. He's put in a lot of work and time to try and help grow chess. Wait, did she almost move? She almost moved, like just like I have. And did I square up? No, I still have my Tesla position. I have stock and calls. I have everything. But what I was gonna say is like I forgot where I was going with that train of thought, but anyway, yeah. No, we all worked very, very hard. We all worked very, very hard. I mean, you get what you deserve. That's the bottom line. I explained it earlier. I said the same thing. It's like, yeah, I mean, all the top players are pissed off that Levy makes many multiples of what they make combined outside of like myself or Magnus. I mean, yes, they're upset. They can only say it behind closed doors when they're disgruntled and instead of saying it publicly, but they are all very unhappy. But at the end of the day, what did they do? They didn't do anything to try and grow chess during the pandemic. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Which top players are you talking about besides Nepo? I mean, chess is something where people always get chess is something where people look at it as like, if you're the absolute best, you can say whatever you want. If you're not the absolute best, you can't say whatever you want, but also you shouldn't also you don't deserve success, basically. So like the bottom line is like, anytime Magnus says something, it's like, okay, you can say that 'cause he's a world champion, for example. Anytime I say something, it's not okay because I'm not the best in the world, so I can't have that opinion, and like that's fine, not a big deal. But it also cuts back to the other part, which is like, whether it's myself or whether it's Levy, like when you get into the jealousy aspect, it's like they'll say, well, look at Levy, he's not a very good chess player, you know, he's nothing compared to us being top players. Like, why is he making more money than us? He's a terrible player. We beat him every single game if we play classical chess. But it's not solely about the actual game. There are other avenues, other things that matter a lot. So yeah, it's just what it is. It's elitism, for lack of a better way of putting it. It's elitism. That's what it is. Yeah, that's just what it is. That's all it is. Yeah, that's just the reality. Let's see what let's see what we get here in this position. She's thinking for a long time here. 92 and rookie 2. Yeah, Hans one of the videos said that all top gems, right? But the funny thing is, like, Hans says it and tries to say something, but as soon as Hans actually loses to Levy, then suddenly like the facade drops. It's like he says that to try and like say something away, but then when that's because he doesn't perceive Levy as any kind of threat. But then when Levy actually beats Hans, suddenly the whole facade fades, because then it's like, wait a second, no, like, screw this guy, I got to beat him now. Like, that's the thing. So it's actually like it's kind of ironic in a way. As soon as he loses to Levy, then it's not a joke anymore. Now it's serious. You see? So yeah. Anyway. So all right. Would I consider Magnus my friend? No, definitely not. But what I would say about Magnus and myself is that, like, there's been a lot of thawing out over the years, basically, and I think the single biggest reason is because we're not rivals. I mean, rivals is the wrong word, but we're not, where we're at in our careers, we're not chasing what we were chasing before. Like, yeah, she played 95, which is a move that I thought she might actually play, by the way. Yeah, this is the move that I thought she was going to play, actually. So yeah, what I was starting to say, by the way, was that we were basically essentially going after the same things. We're going after the same things. Levy's winning. According to the computer, he's much better, but we're nowhere near the game being over. It's not clear whatsoever. Time situation is not in his favor. Very complex position. Very, very complex. So what I was gonna say though is what was I gonna say is that we were sort of chasing after the same things, and now we're not chasing after the same things. Like Magnus, he's basically given up the world championship title. He's not chasing it. I'm also not chasing it either. Like, if I get there, that's great, but I'm not chasing it either. So like, we're both of us are kind of not chasing the things that we were before. We have different goals in our lives. And so because of that, like, and also combined with the fact that frankly we're both much closer to the end than the beginning of our careers, like, that also changes the dynamic a lot too. I expect queen b. I think we're gonna get this, and bishop f7 pressuring the pawn. This much I think we're gonna get. I mean, 99.7 is not saying a whole lot in terms of Levy's moves, because all these moves, I mean, basically these first 10 moves are book. Bishop g5, I mean, I think it is book still. This isn't crazy. I mean, none of these moves are crazy really from either player yet. So yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't say we're friends, but we're very much we're on good terms. And I mean, there's definitely no there's like basically no hate between us anymore, kind of. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Is Prime Levon better than Fabiano? Prime Levon? Prime Levon is yeah, I mean Fabian. I mean the problem with Levon, I'll tell you what the problem with Levon is. Here's the problem with Levon. If you want to know what the problem with Levon is, the problem for Levon is that basically Levon is Levon at his peak was great, but he never played well. Yeah, yep, yeah. 119. Okay. I don't care about 119 and what? Oh, EMPH. That's what it is. Okay. All right. Is Levy your friend? Yeah, I'm scatterbrained. Yeah. No, I have a call position that I'm watching closely. So anyway, is Sam Altman a villain? I don't know. But yeah, what I would say is that when you look at it, what was I saying? Yeah, Levon, basically the problem with Levon is that at his peak I think he was much like relative to Levon or relative to Fabiano. Levon I think was much better. Like Levon is the only player I've ever seen who could play against Magus and just beat him from an equal position. But the thing with Levon is he never performed when it really mattered. Like in the candidates he never performed. Levon at his peak, I mean, he could beat Magus, just straight up beat him from an equal position. But in an actual like candidates type tournament, he never was able to play well when the stakes mattered the most. That's the problem with Levon. I mean, bishop e6 has to be played. Only move, bishop e6. Do you think in order to grow chess there needs to be more 1v1 match like Han says that round robins and Swisses are so boring there needs to be more 1v1? That's babble. I don't think so. I don't think 1v1 matches really work. Basically they only work in so much as I'm in it or Magus is in it. Anybody else, nobody's really gonna care. Yeah, that's what I would say. How do I rate Veselin Topalov? Very strong at his peak, very strong player. Yeah, I assume we'll get bishop e6, bishop f7. Could another Tal exist? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. We'll get bishop e6, queen b2, bishop f7 almost for sure. I think people care about Jose, not the audience. Not the audience is gonna bring in the sponsors though. Yeah, not the audience. Not the audience is gonna bring the sponsors. 9K viewers thoughts. I mean, we're just chilling, having a good time covering Levy's tournament. We're watching him ride the wave. I'm actually shocked she's thinking here. I mean, bishop e6 is the only move. I mean, c6 is just losing, right? Knight b6. Oh no, knight b6. Rook f c1. Yeah, I mean, but this just instinctively feels so bad for black. You have to go bishop e6. I don't know why she's thinking here, because this is the only move in the position. Here comes another h3 moment. Why bishop f7? Because basically you now target the pawn on e2. Yeah. I mean, it's the only move here. I actually don't know why she's thinking. I don't know what this is. I'll do a video of this game, of course. Yeah, you go bishop e6 immediately, queen b2, bishop f7, and then we'll figure it out. cost money to play these tournaments? Yes. Unfortunately for the players in the tournament, they have to pay an entry fee. There are only 3 players in this tournament who don't have to play. And those 3 players are Levy, Maxim Novik, who he drew, and there's one other guy. But basically 7 of the 10 players are paying $850 to play this tournament, including Megan Lee. So 7 of the players are paying $850. Yeah, it's a lot of bananas, guys. It's a lot of bananas. Yeah, it's a lot of money, and no joke. They're paying $850 to play chess for 5 days. Yep. Levy doesn't have to pay because he's one of the title players. He's already an IM. He's an IM. There's a GM and one other IM. They don't have to pay. Yeah, it's a lot of money. $850 to play, pay to play. Exactly. Yep. Welcome to Chess in America. Look at the Polyanikov game, currently -10. Polyanikov. Oh, it's just yeah, okay, this is just a mouse slip. It's queen d1, rook d1. This is the position, but thank you. Those are not the moves, you guys. You didn't go. Yeah, this did not happen. It was queen d1, rook d1, but thank you for mentioning that. That's a good one. Okay. Oh, come on. How has she not played bishop e6 yet? This must be a joke, right? Like, you play bishop e6 in 1 minute or even 10 seconds. I mean, it doesn't matter yet, but come on, what is this? I mean, you can't go c6. Like, this is just terrible. No, but this is an only move. This is bad because it's the only move in the position. Yeah. Come on, chess.com, do better. Yeah, bishop f7 is not the most obvious move, but it's a good move. But I think as long as Levy plays this f4 move, he's in very, very good shape here. Levy's not chasing a norm here, no. Hikaru's always mad people are worse. It's not about being worse. It's that time is the one thing, the one error that has nothing to do with the level of chess. There are certain situations where moves are the only moves, and you should just play them immediately, because you're only setting yourself up for failure if you waste time. I mean, these things don't matter for the most part, but all these little things do matter at the end of the day. Like, if you look at that game against Polyanikov, if Polyanikov does not spend 30 minutes on h3 in that game, Polyanikov probably doesn't lose the game. You're talking about a 20-point rating swing. To put it in perspective, you're talking about basically if he beats Levy, he gains 10 points. Levy loses 10 points. It's a 20-point swing. So, like, it's not a joke. Like, when you look at all the little things, the margins for error and all these things that matter, like, it actually is a huge deal. 20 points makes a world of difference at the end of the day. Like, it makes a world of difference. And he lost the game because of the time he used on that one move, for no other reason. So you're talking about a 20-point swing. And when you think about the ratings, you think even at 2300 or whatever, like 20 points is a lot of points. That's like a whole tournament that you can play great to gain 20 points. So those margins matter. Those margins matter a lot. Those margins matter immensely. Yeah. I expect bishop f7 to be played here. But she's actually, is she bouncing a little bit? She looks a little bit nervous, right? Yeah, I think she looks a little bit nervous. Yeah, she's bouncing a little bit, so she's nervous. You can tell. No, the line is bishop f7, rook e1, bishop d6 if takes, or bishop e5 to win the rook. And after rook e1, bishop d6, then I guess f4 to stop. Bishop e5 is just very good for white. No, when you're nervous at the lower levels, you can tell when people are nervous. You can tell. Magnus, no, because top players don't get nervous quite in the same way. Bishop f7 is not an impossible move to find, though. It's actually, I think, a fairly easy move. But the next move after rook e1 is it gets harder and harder with each move, assuming Levy finds the best moves, which is not a guarantee either. Why wouldn't she be nervous after paying $850? Yeah. Yeah. You should have put 850 on Nvidia. Okay, thank you guys, appreciate it. Thank you for that suggestion. Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, thank you. That's so bad. $850 is not a joke. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to play chess. It's pay to play. Pay to play. That's how chess works, you guys. Unfortunate, but that's life. That's life. Just how it goes. That's just how it goes. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Do you think there's a chance Ding doesn't try to defend his title? No, Ding will defend his title. Check your calls. S&P up 1.2. No, I have calls in EMPH, which is an energy, unphased energy. It's up 7% today, so I'm just happy. Market's starting to move a little bit in the right direction. Starting to move. I wonder if my... One second. I need to check one thing in the market. She's going to take a while here. I don't expect an instant move. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. My shares got sold. Good. All right. Anyway. What happened to Anish? Seems like his game fell off. He's still good, but he's still good. Okay, bishop f7 is the move that should be played, but she's thinking for a long time here. I'm not sure we're gonna get it. Okay. I'm kind of shocked that she hasn't played bishop f7 here, by the way. Jokes aside, I'm a little shocked that she doesn't see the idea to hit the pawn on e2. Is there a world in which you would consider coaching Levy in some form or fashion? It would be too much pressure. I mean, yeah, the problem, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good. So anyway, I mean, c6 is a move, but bishop f7 is I mean, this is a move that to me is obvious, but to be fair, unlike the h3 or the other, or like bishop e6 is not obvious, I'd say. So it is the best move, but I don't know if she's gonna find it. But the problem is there really are no other good moves. Like it's the only move here that I think makes sense. Or bishop d6. Bishop d6 also here makes sense too. It's actually much worse here with the rook on f1. I don't know why, but it is. Last time I paid to play in a tournament, I mean, you have to pay to play the World Rapid and Blitz, but it's like $150. Or no, actually, sorry. Yeah, I think you have to pay like $100 to play the World Rapid and Blitz. I think. Would I play the Singfield Cup if Ding drops out? No, I mean, I was invited to play the Grand Chess Tour and I declined. I could have played the whole Grand Chess Tour and I declined it. So, yeah. It'd be too much pressure because if things didn't go right, he'd start feeling pressure. I would, like, he'd be feeling a lot of pressure. People would be yelling at me as well as him. Like, it just, there's a lot of negativity around. I think that's the biggest reason Levy's smart to be working with someone who's, like, really not in the online sphere pretty much at all. Like, yes, Neexons does some stuff in the online sphere, but not a lot. Some stuff, but not a lot. He does some stuff, but not a whole lot. So there's still a chance that we get we'll get a head-to-head match with you and Magnus. Maybe unclear, but maybe. Neexons is chessable, of course, and does YouTube, but it's not the same thing. I'm saying he doesn't have a massive audience in the same kind of way. So like, you're not gonna see the same kind of hate being directed. Whereas like if Levy and I do stuff together, like if it goes great, that's fine, but if it doesn't go great, it's going to turn into a complete disaster. So there's really no good reason that's the thing. Like there's no upside and only downside potentially. So that just don't mess up. Yeah, no, but Levy would probably feel immense pressure too, which would not be good for him at all. It would not be good for him whatsoever. So yeah. Wow, she looks like she thinks she's losing. She looks like she thinks she's losing. I can't believe this. Thank you, Darks, for the host of 10 viewers. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Darks. I will say, I mean, I do think that is one thing legitimately, is that the pressure of having to play against people on camera, on stream, is very difficult for a lot of players. If you're not used to it, it's very unpleasant. I will say that, like, legitimately, it's unpleasant. I do hope, like, jokes aside, that like all these players are being asked. They're being asked if it's okay to be on cam, instead of just like automatically forcing them to play on cam. So I don't think that is right. Like, I mean, I do think that's like actually an important point to make. They can refuse, but it feels weird to refuse. Generally, yes, but I mean, I think people feel very, very uncomfortable. Yeah. I think streamers definitely use that to their advantage for sure. Like, it's definitely a psychological thing too. They can say no, but the implication, yeah, it's a tough situation. I think that's what I would say. Surely a chess player wouldn't have social anxiety. Yeah. But no, you don't get a lot of visibility. It's not the same thing, because it's just not the same thing. Yeah. No, the lower levels, I can only imagine how rough it is. Like, I'm sure that like Megan Lee, for example, who's playing, I would be shocked if she hasn't played like some like tournament like US Juniors or some tournament where they have cams and everything, and it's just normal. I would not be shocked. I would be shocked if she hasn't played such a tournament. But you're right, the lower levels is definitely a lot more awkward. My opponent for the Singfield Cup, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, bishop f7 is really the only move here, but it's not an obvious move, which is why you're not hearing me critique her or say like, why hasn't she played this move immediately? Because even if it's obvious to me, this is not an obvious kind of move the way that like h3 was in that other game, or bishop e6 was. Gonna go knight to e7. Nah, knight e7 just hangs upon on b7. No, bishop f7 is not a hard move to find once you use time, though. Bishop g4 just loses because now you're under pressure everywhere. I do think she's going to find it, by the way. I do think she will play bishop f7. That's my prediction, is that she will find bishop f7. She's probably just scared thinking of how a 4-time United States chess champion spectator game. You mean 5-time? Thank you for that. You mean 5-time. Thank you very much. But anyway, yeah, I think she will find bishop f7. I do expect it. Yeah, thanks. Bishop d6 is not a bad move, but she has to play one of these two moves. One of these two moves. How do I not know? Because I haven't looked at the bracket closely. But I do need to go use the restroom, so I'm gonna go use the restroom very quickly, and we'll be right back. Do I play Wesley? I don't know. I can go take a look at some point, but I'm gonna go use the restroom right now. All right, what happened? We got bishop f7 as expected. Bad things happen when I go to the bathroom. Hikaru for July 11, 2024. Yeah, of course. I just had to go text her bishop f7, obviously. Yeah. All right, let's see what Levy does. It's actually pretty funny, the number of moves that seem to happen when I do go to the restroom. It's a very interesting coincidence, right? Very interesting coincidence. Let's see what Levy's gonna do here. Probably I expect him to play bishop f3 or rook e1. Yeah, I haven't heard. Are you playing the Olympiad? Are you bored? When I am not playing the chess Olympiad. It's too long. I've already won a gold medal. There's no real upside. Financial conditions, frankly, are mediocre at best. And so yeah, and I'm playing Global Chess League in October, and I potentially have the SEC in Paris right after the Olympiad anyway. So too many turns around the same time, and just no way. Yeah. Hans might take your place on the team. I don't care. I've said it many times, by the way, and I can reiterate what I've said before. You know, a lot of people, I think at this point people really understand the whole dichotomy of how everything happened. But even if they haven't, I think there's some Netflix thing which will hopefully say a lot of that in the future. But basically, you know, these are the guys who are on the US team, some of them. I mean, these are people who are talking about Hans. People who are talking to me, Magnus, and everything about like Hans and what was going on. And they're the people who were talking about, like, I was just the messenger who was covering the story. And so, like, if they, at the end of the day, if they have to deal with it, like if they have to deal with Hans, that's fine, because they're the ones in many ways who in my opinion are responsible for ever getting to such a fevered pitch with all the talk about, you know, is he cheating in this tournament, that tournament, all that stuff. So like, they'll let them deal with it, is my attitude. Okay, now I expect bishop d6 to be played for sure. Yeah, I expect bishop d6 to be played for sure here. And the question is, will Levy play like rook c1 or something else? I mean, this is a big moment here. Yeah. So yeah, I don't really care if Fabiano, if Fabiano, or not Fabiano, sorry, if Hans makes the team, so be it. Doesn't matter to me. If Levy were to take on d4, this bishop e5, which hits the queen, and you lose the rook on a1. That's the reason. I think she will find bishop d6 here, by the way. I do think she's gonna find bishop d6. b6 just hangs the pawn though, and then what? I think she will find bishop d6 here, because it's the only move that doesn't lose material. How should a CM train to get to FM or should improve? I mean, it depends on the player, it depends on many things. Is chess really a sport? It's a good question. I mean, it is and it isn't at the same time. It's a bit of everything, but it's everything. It's everything. So all right. No, f4 is not crazy. It's a little bit weakening, and there's like b6 to queen d4. I think there's knight f4, right? There's some weird tactics suddenly in the position where you lose the game, but she needs to play this move quickly because the next like 3 to 4 moves are probably going to decide the game. I would say next 3 to 4 moves likely decide the game, and you need to have your time so you can calculate correctly. When is chess in the Olympics? I don't think it will ever be in the Olympics, if I'm being honest, and I don't think it should be. I think if chess is in the Olympics, there's so many other games you have to put in the Olympics that it's just insane. No, probably today we're just going to cover Levy's games if I had to guess. Most likely. The night. Do I speak Espanol? Spanish? I speak some Spanish. Second game today is at 6 p.m. Eastern. Why isn't chess? Why do you think chess isn't a game of casinos? Because chess has no luck factor. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what your question is. I could see knight b6 maybe. But that looks bad. I think bishop d6 is going to be played. Play some blitz class, which has boring. I could do some. I'll do a puzzle rush. We wait for a move. Let's do a puzzle rush. What am I doing? It's not h4, it's rook h1. What the heck was that? That was so bad by me. h4 again? Oh, is there another h4 or something? Checking mate. She didn't play bishop d6 yet, did she? Nope, no bishop d6. What is this? The heck? Wait, what is this? Black pawns go down the board? She played bishop d6, yeah. Where's the mate? I guess takes. Okay, 54, not bad. I could have done better there, but 54 is pretty good, all things considered. I mean, that's very good considering I went 2 wrong very early. Let's do one more. Wait, it played the move I wasn't expecting. Well, let's just reset. Let's do one more and we wait for Levy's move. Yeah, I had like 1 or 2 wrong very early. I was also very slow, so it's actually very good. Very good. We'll do one more and then we'll get back to the game. Thank you for the thank you McAndrews for the sub, appreciate it. Thank you. Takes and mate. I've solved this puzzle before, but I don't know what the move is. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Queen A4. Wait, what? There's King E2. I didn't see King E2. Yeah, okay, let's go back to the game. Let's change the scene. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at Levy's game. We have Bishop D6 being played. Levy thinking here. Waiting for a move. Yeah, waiting for a move. All right, let's see what we get here. So it is Levy's turn. I mean, F4 is a move that is possible. F4 is a move. I'm looking for other moves. Rook C1 also a very logical move, but the problem is now the pawn on A3 is a little bit soft. So Rook C1 and F4 look like the human moves to me. So let's see what we got here. I am what'd you say? I'm here for something. I don't know what you guys said. I've become so young. Is B6 a move? Yeah, B6 is always a move, but let's see what we get here. Hikaru autist. No, I'm not autistic. I know a lot of people assume I am, but I'm not. No. I wouldn't be shocked if I have a little bit of like bipolar though. That I wouldn't be shocked if I have a little bit of that. That would not surprise me. Not like I've been tested, but I wouldn't be shocked if I have a little bit of that, but definitely not autistic. I'm not smart enough to be autistic, frankly. Thank you. I mean, like, honestly, I'm not. Market's ripping today. Well, we got absolutely steamed. Yeah, but see, I told you guys, I'm so mad at myself. I'm looking at the market like I said it yesterday on stream, like when we closed down. I was like, I should probably buy ETFs before the open or on the open. I didn't do it, and now the market's like going insane. It's like 1.5%. Fudge. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. See what Levy does here. I think he might go F4, but I doubt it. So annoying. So annoying. Oh, anyway, it's all good though. It's all good. As long as Tesla goes up, I'm always happy. Hey, 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 hey. Oh. You're not well diversified. You only have Tesla. Thank you for that. Okay. So let's see what we get here. I don't think Rook B1. I don't understand the purpose of Rook B1. I mean, it's so deep. Like the Rook doesn't like it's putting the Rook. No, it's not. Rook C1 is the human move. Rook C1 is the human move because the Rook targets it's on the open file. Putting the Rook to guard this pawn on a closed file is just so dark and dank. It makes no sense at all. I think Rook C1 is very, I mean, I understand why the computer likes it more, but it's just such a dank move. Like it does nothing. You guard the pawn, you guard a pawn that's not under attack. Like Rook C1 makes a lot of sense because it's in English, so Knight C5 ideas exist. Rook is on the open file. Like, yeah, Rook C1 is like the move that I would play if I were going to move the Rook. Do I know the Rook B1 song? No, I don't. No, Rook C1 I think is the move that would be played. If he's going to move the Rook, it's going to be Rook C1. This is not a drive position at all. Not at all. Face. Here in Allentown. Down. Hey. Yeah, F4 is a move too, but I don't know. I need to update my background stream. What's going on in the room? What do you mean? No, I'll tell you guys. If you're are you asking about the Christmas tree? Is that what you're asking about? Are you guys asking about the Christmas tree? Is that what you guys are asking me? Yeah, you're asking me. I'll tell you guys why I will never get rid of that. The reason is because I can tell you why. Those of you guys who are here in 2021, I'm gonna find a video. Actually, let me go to my YouTube studio. I'm gonna find you guys a video. Give me 1 second. Let me just find some video. 1 second. Let me find a video from the glory days. Let me find this. Let's see. Okay, 1 second. Where is that? Let me find it. No, I need to find a video for my YouTube studio. Why can't I find it? 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll explain it. There's a specific reason I will not get rid of it. There we go. me go way back to the Stone Age. 1 second. I'll explain exactly why. Is this one good? Let's see. No, this is too early. Too early. So 1 second. Maybe like this one. Let's try this one. Yeah, okay, so here's a video, you guys. I'll explain to you guys exactly why. Okay, so for anybody who's wondering, I'm just gonna pop this up. This is a video from let me change the scene. Good one. Is this correct? Wrong one. Yeah. Let me just, yeah, this is good. Yeah, so here's turn the music off. Music doesn't matter right now, but here's a good example. So this is a video from a Title Tuesday from, when was this from? This was from where's the date? It's 2 years ago. Oh, there it is. November 6th, 2021. So this is a video from November 6th, 2021, and you'll notice here in the background, if you look closely, you'll see on top of this red fridge there is there's this exact same Santa Claus with a Christmas tree, right? You guys see it, right? Now that is the one that I had. Basically what happened is, I think, I don't know, it was me or my mom, one of us, we went on Amazon, we ordered 2 of them, and one of them was for me and one of them was for my grandmother. So like I had one that I kept at the office at TSM, and my grandmother had one in her room at her assisted living facility. Now unfortunately, I think when I tried to remove it or something, mine actually shattered and broke, like it broke. I think the tip broke or something of the star at the top, and so mine broke, but my grandmother's one did not break. Now, as people probably know, she passed on in March of 2023, and so like when my mom boxed up all the stuff and took it out of there, like I ended up with this Christmas tree again. So like when people actually like ask about it, it's like it's not Christmas time. Like this was basically in my grandmother's room, and so it's like just it's just one of those things that I'll never get rid of, basically. I mean, I didn't have to go into the whole explanation, but that's actually the reason, like that will never ever leave my shelf. So let's change the scene and keep going. Yeah, that's like you're like, it's July, what are you doing? Levy did play off 4 here, by the way. Now the question is, will she find this b6 knight f4 tack? Now she's a kid. Kids tend to be very good at tactics, so I think she will probably find it. Yeah, kids are good at tactics these days, so I think she's probably gonna find b6. Why does Fabiano do on these Grand Chester events but mess up the cans? Because frankly, I think Fabiano can't handle the pressure. That's why. She's 30? What? Huh? What? Wait a second. Are you guys trolling me? Wait a second. You guys trolling me? Wait. Oh, she's 27. Okay, what do I know? Okay, what do I mean, clearly I don't know anything. Okay, whatever, I don't know anything. Sorry. Yeah, okay, anyway, all right. She's not older than Levy. Yeah, 1996. I think she will find b6 here. b6, queen d4, knight f4 is not crazy. I'm gonna make a prediction. I think if she finds b6, Levy's gonna struggle in this game, but if she doesn't play b6, I think Levy's gonna win quite easily. So that's my prediction. If she finds b6, I think she's gonna win this game, and if she doesn't find b6, I think Levy's gonna win the game. That's my prediction. No, because if you go king h1, now it gets dangerous. Now there's knight e3, and all of a sudden, like, there are problems on the diagonals. No, there are serious problems on the diagonals. That's why this is dangerous. Like, you get some position like this might actually be winning for black, right? If you have bishop d5 and bishop h1, and suddenly you're getting mated. You're suddenly getting mated on the light squares. Like, it's actually like, the one cool line is here with mate block. You sack the rook. If white takes, you have rook b4 with the fossil to win the queen, and if white takes, you take, and queen g2 mate is just unavoidable here. So this is actually very dangerous, potentially. That's why I said if she finds b6 and knight e3, I think Levy's going to be in a lot of trouble. But if she doesn't find b6, I think Levy's going to win without too much difficulty. That's my prediction. Odds of finding b6, that's why I said she's a kid, like someone who's like 12 years old. They would see this tact, they would snap see the puzzle rush tactic with bishop c5 like this. They would see it, they would snap see it. But if she's not, I thought, that's why I said I thought she was a kid. She was spots tactic. She's not super young, so I'm not sure she'll find it. I think it's still likely, but I don't think it's I think it's unlikely, but I would say it's like if she sees it, she'll play it. Basically, if she sees the idea, she'll play it. If she doesn't, she won't play it. That's really all there is to it. Faustino Oro would spot it. Of course Oro would spot it immediately. Faustino Oro is like a kid whose tactics are second to none. Like, duh. Duh. That's a very stupid question. But I am going to go use the restroom. So I'm going to go use the restroom and let's see. The tactic is after you hang the pawn, there's knight f4. If you take, there's bishop c5 and it's oh spaghetti-o time. You're going to lose your queen. Goddess says he's a future Magnus. Way too early to say that. There are a bunch of kids who are very, very good. A bunch of kids who are very good. So it's way too early to say that. Way too early. If you take the knight, yeah, but I mean this is something very scary too. Here come the bees. I mean maybe there's something better. Bishop f7 back. Oh, bishop b3. Okay, well that's dang. But regardless, I mean your central pawns are kind of under fire. Black has the two bees, and it's kind of a little bit iffy. It's a little bit iffy. I don't like it. If she finds b6, I think Levy's in trouble. If she doesn't find b6, I think Levy's gonna win this game quite convincingly. That's my prediction. So I'm gonna go use the restroom and I'll be right back. All right, we didn't get a move, did we? We didn't get b6 yet. I think she'll find it, but how long is the question? Maybe, yeah, maybe. If following Wimbledon, I'm rooting for Carlito. All the way. Carlito all the way. I mean, I think she can find it. If she sees it, she'll play it basically. If she doesn't see it, I mean, the main problem is the pawn on d4 is hanging. Like knight e3 is just losing a pawn basically, I think. Only moves I can see her playing are like knight e3, queen e7, or b6. One of those three moves is most likely in my opinion. Oh, f5 is okay. What, bishop f7? Bishop e7, I mean, yeah, but this is not gonna happen. There's no way you're gonna go f5 bishop e7. Like I could find her, Magnus could, but there's no way she's going to play bishop f5 and bishop e7. That's just too hard at this level. Too difficult of a find. I do think she might find it though, honestly. If she finds b6, I think she's in great shape. I'm eating fruit, but if she doesn't find it, Levy's gonna win. I bumped into Levy yesterday. I asked him his biggest regret. He said he wished to be the car. Very funny. Very funny. That's a good troll, but very funny. Yeah, very funny. Very funny. She's been thinking for a long time here, which is completely acceptable. Yeah, if she plays b6, if she sees it, she'll play it. If she doesn't, she won't play it. It's really that simple. It's not about seeing b6 action, it's about seeing the knight f4 tactic. Do I think Levy's gonna miss it? No, Levy will probably not play queen d4, but the problem with b6 is that knight e3 to open up the diagonal is very serious immediately. Like I said, if she sees it, her moves all become very easy with knight e3 or rook c8 and everything. But if she doesn't find it, Levy's just going to be in the driver's seat and win, I think. I expect b6 though. I do think she's gonna play it. I think she's gonna find it actually after this long of a thing. I think she'll find it. Let's see the moment of truth. She's gonna move in a second. I can tell she's clearly gonna move soon. If she plays b6, she sees knight takes out 400%. It looks like she's looking at the queen side, by the way. She's definitely looking at the queen side. That much is clear. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm looking very closely. I think she is gonna play b6 though, because of where she's looking at the board. She's definitely looking at the center to queen side. She's not looking at the king side. I'm not looking at the market. No, if I want to look at the market, I would look. Yeah, what do we have? Hill up 36%. Of course, I sold it like an idiot, but whatever. What else is doing? Tesla 250, Amazon 196. So let's see. Take a look. It looks like she's looking at the queen side. I think she's gonna play b6. I do actually think she's gonna play it. It looks like she's looking at the queen side though, for sure. Yeah, she's looking at the queen side. I think she's gonna find it. She's looking at the queen side. She's gonna play it. It looks pretty clear to me. She's looking at the queen side. Yeah, I think she's gonna play it. Based on where she's looking, which is the queen side, I think she's gonna play b6. She's gonna play b6 or knight b6. I don't know which one, but she's gonna play one of the two. She's checking the board on the wall. Yeah, I mean, Levy by this point, he probably sees the tactic. She's looking towards like where the bishop and the pawns are. The bishop on d6 and the pawns on b7 and c7. Yeah, I don't know why Levy's staring at the cam. That's kind of weird, but I think Levy thinks he's actually winning here. I think Levy is a little bit cockier. I think he thinks he's winning and he's not. I actually think he thinks he's just winning here. I actually think he does. I do. I think he thinks he's just much better if not winning. Why doesn't Levy have commentators on his own channel? I mean, I can say this, but people will be mad at me, but I think it's just because he's lazy. He doesn't care a lot. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him. I mean, he makes YouTube videos. He doesn't care that much about the finished product on the live stream. That's just the reality, and I don't really blame him for that. No, I don't blame him for that. It makes sense. So yeah. I mean, for the bottom line for him, it has nothing to do with like the live stream. It's just something to give the fans to watch. So why have to pay? I mean, why would you want to pay commentators to do it? But I mean, obviously, like me, he could definitely afford commentators, but still, like, whatever. I mean, it's not the bottom line. He just doesn't want to pay people to commentate. I don't know. You can ask him about that. Not my thing. He said he doesn't want to trust anyone with his live stream. Okay, well, that actually is fair, I guess. I guess that's fair. I guess that's a fair point, actually. That's a fair point. Yeah, actually, that part I can understand. That he... I mean, it's the same... That actually makes some sense. I can understand that, at least. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Like, he's worried someone's gonna, like, just, like, stream porn or something on his channel and get it banned. I mean, I can see that, I guess. Yeah, I can see that. He's worried that someone's gonna be able to take it and just, like, stream porn on his channel and get banned. That's probably what it is, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's like someone's gonna take it and like run some like Bitcoin cam or porn or something, and it's gonna get the channel banned. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Actually, that makes sense. That's a legit reason. She's using way too much time here, by the way. I said Bitcoin scam or something. Gotta go b6. Only move. She should be spending a lot of time here, but she's got to make a move. She cannot keep burning time at the rate she currently is. Basically, what I would say about this is actually the time control is very much in Levy's benefit too, because generally he's a very good blitz player. So Levy's gonna have a big advantage if he gets into time scrambles for the most part in these situations. And considering there's no secondary time control, that gives him a big edge if he can get into scrambles. This is not an h3 situation because this is a very complex position. She's definitely looking at the queen side though, that's for sure. Nope, but she plays the move that I thought she might play, which is queen e7, which just gives up the pawn. I guess she's gonna try to go knight b6 though. This isn't actually, this is apparently losing, but honestly this is not so crazy because after knight b6 computer wants e3 rook d8. I guess this is good for white, but this looks very scary actually. I guess this is just winning. Why is this winning after rook d3? I guess takes, and white's winning because of the outside pawn at the end of the day. But yeah, she's playing for the counterplay that doesn't exist though. But I think Levy's just going to take the pawn and go e3. I don't actually know why this isn't just winning for white. I mentioned queen e7 was one of the moves that I thought was playable. Queen e7 and b6 and queen d7 I think were three that I mentioned. Or no, I said queen e7 b6 or knight e3. Yeah, it's a blunder though. Oh, you know what I think she missed? You know what I think she missed? I think I'll tell you what she thought, what she saw. She probably saw this and thought she could play this, and like if the queen moves you can just take, and after d4 maybe something like bishop d5 and try to play. And I think she probably just missed it after takes here, e3 rook d8, takes here, knight d5, and white's just winning. Or wait, no, there's rook, wait, no, there's rook d, wait, maybe not. No, this is probably what she saw, but there's knight c8 apparently, which wins. Okay, but this is not obvious. I don't know, it's a big moment. Levy should use a lot of time here. Levy should use a lot of time. I don't think it's an obvious move. I mean, I think he can still definitely find it, but let's see what we get. I mean, if Levy doesn't take the pawn, there's nothing else to do. I mean, or he'll play it instantly, and after knight b6 he'll start thinking. This could happen too. But let's do some puzzles while we wait for this. Let's do some puzzles. Because Levy's not going to move quickly here, I don't think. I mean, he could just play it instantly and then think, but I doubt it somehow. Yeah, he did just take instantly, so he's going to think on the next turn. Yeah, he'll start thinking on the next move. He did it the other way. What's going on? I'm suddenly like, I'm not focused. One second. What was? 1 second. I played what? Let's restart. Let's do one more. She's gonna move instantly too, right? She's got to play knight b6 immediately. You can't spend 30 minutes and then not play her next move right away. Yep. Would she play knight b6? Yeah, she did. Okay. Okay, one puzzle rush and then we'll keep going. Oh, what was that? That's yeah. What am I doing? Checkmate. Good. Checkmate. Checkmate. What is this? Got no time. Wow, it's impossible. What the heck? Couldn't figure that out. I should have just played knight f3 immediately. I saw it and I missed it. One more wait for Levy's next move, because Levy is going to use a lot of time here before his next turn. What is this? King h3. What the heck was that? Okay, 56, that's much better. 56 is good. That's good. 56 is good. Okay, let's move on. Let's get back to the chess. Let's get back to Levy's game. Here we go. Levy's playing. Let's see what he does here. Is e3 the only move is the other question. It might be the only move. I got the last one right at the end. Yeah, it was very tough. Yeah, very tough. My high score is 59, which I haven't had in a long time, but I had 59 one time. King f1 will never be played here. That's just such a computer move. Yeah, King f1 is such a computer move. He'll never play King f1. But I realized actually after e3 is for some reason bishop a3 is so bad. I mean, I guess this is apparently just winning. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I can get 60 maybe, but I think my mouse speed is getting worse actually. Yeah, if Levy doesn't find e3, I'd be very surprised actually. No, you can't trade knights first. If you take, there's bishop c5. Yeah, my guess is he'll play e3. That's my best guess. Why did Levy take on d4 instantly? Probably because he figured I'll play it and then I'll work it out. He saw that it doesn't lose immediately, and then it's like I'll work it out. Someone was asking, have I played Chain Together? Is Chain Together like only up but with like as a team? I haven't done it. But I think it's like it's chained up, like it's like only up, right? But it's like a group of 3 people. Yeah, it's similar. Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember the only up streams. The only up streams were phenomenal. Those were some great streams, actually. Those were some fabulous streams. Like those are some of my favorite streams that I've ever done, actually. 2 of the Kramnik and Jan. That's a good one. You can play it by yourself, though. Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? I think that defeats the whole purpose. Old setup was better. The old setup was fine. I'll be back to that setup fairly soon anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think Levy, the thing is E3, but the problem is E3 is not actually the only E3 is not super obvious from the standpoint that like black does not have a threat here. So say I go like, I don't know, even like here, after takes white is still fine. So it's not super obvious. I mean, it's obvious from the standpoint that it stops bishop c5, but there's no actual threat for black either. So it's not 100% that it'll be the only thing he thinks about here. I do expect him to find it ultimately, but it's not the only thing. I get that there's like rook d8 and you're losing, but let's see what we get. I do think he's gonna play it. Why does Levy not hire commentators? I mean, someone actually explained it. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, he's probably very worried that because it's the chess world, and as I've mentioned, people tend to be pretty jealous and not like people who are more successful than they are, that like if he were to have commentators, like something could happen where like you could have a stream that like goes awry or something, or someone like steals a stream key or all sorts of different things, and it could become a real problem. So that makes a little bit of sense. And also probably just doesn't want to pay commentators. It's probably mainly he doesn't want to waste money. He just doesn't want to waste money hiring commentators, because it's not a big thing the same way for him like it is for, say, me, or for Botes for that matter. I mean, the argument for having commentators is maybe he gets more viewers. That's the argument. That would be the argument for it, is that you get more viewers because you have commentators. Like, I think without a doubt, you can say like Botes, for example, if they had no commentators, they would probably get like maybe 25% of the viewers they get. Whereas by having Hammer or Howl or whomever else they've had on their streams, like that does definitely add. There's an added value to it. I just don't know if I would say that for Levy there's an added value. So that's what I would say. Yeah. Right, but 4K with commentators, that's not real ad revenue on Twitch. You need a much higher number to get significant ad revenue. Much higher number. I'm doing it for free. Well, I'm doing it on my channel. What's your point? I must miss the point. Yeah, I must be missing the point. But let's see what we got. I expect Levy to play it. Also, I realize it is a threat, because if you play like I don't know, rook c1, bishop, not rook c1, but like you play h3, bishop b3 is actually a big problem. So e3 is actually, from that standpoint, bishop b3 is a legit threat. So e3 he should just play e3. If he doesn't play e3, I'll be really surprised, actually. But actually, I'm looking at this more, and it feels kind of dangerous. I don't think she'll play rook d8, but this feels, I mean, maybe this is still good. It feels a little bit shaky, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, bishop b7 rook d8 is a big problem. I mean, Faustino would play e3 in 5 seconds, because Faustino is just Faustino. I mean, I would play e3 very quickly too. King h1 is also, I would say e3 or king h1 makes a lot of sense to human. I mean, the thing is what's going on here after bishop c5 now? Apparently after knight c8. Oh, it's not good because now, strange. He's gonna go e3 or king h1. I kind of wonder if Levy doesn't want a lot of attention on his turns yet in case he gets some bad results while he's improving and working to gain rating. Maybe, I don't know, maybe. I mean, I think he's just playing tournaments. There's nothing more to it than playing tournaments. You play tournaments and that's that. I expect him to play e3. That's my guess. But all right, I'm going to use the Russian very quickly one more time. We'll be back in a second and let's see if he does it. All right, played e3. I'm not super shocked by this. Not super shocked by e3. Yeah, I'm not super surprised by this. I think he's just going to win the game here. I mean, these moves are too hard for a human to play. I guess rookie d8 was a rookie d8, knight c6, bishop c5. No, this is losing too. Knight a8 apparently is winning. Yeah, like if I were her, I'd probably play rookie d8 and bishop c5. I think it's the best try. Like something like this. Apparently takes and rook d7 is still okay too. Well, okay is too strong. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, Levy's gonna win this game pretty cleanly. There's basically no doubt at this point because of the time situation, and his moves are easier than her moves. Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah, Magnus is playing in 5 days. I mean, we'll see if Magnus plays. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if he chooses to skip out on the next Champions Chess Tour with what's going on. But I mean, we'll have to wait and see what actually happens with all of that. So anyway, all right. I mean, he's got in a good position. I mean, this is much more in style. He's played a game that's much more in style, and his opponent Megan Lee kind of, I mean, of course at this level it doesn't matter, but she's definitely played into his style, into what he likes. Levy likes playing these open English type positions much more than anything else, and she went right into it. Yeah, I mean, like playing rook d8 here. I mean, she's gonna put some rook on d8, but yeah. Why have I skipped the chess tour? Mainly because I just don't like playing rapid chess online anymore, and it's actually a similar problem. It's a little bit different than the Levy situation, but it's kind of along the same lines where basically it's a situation where if I play and I do like the live stream like I did on the one that I did play this year, I think the quality of my play definitely suffers. Like it definitely suffers. For Blitz it doesn't suffer, but for Rapid the quality of my play definitely declines when I'm trying to live stream it. So if I live stream it, which I want to, then the quality is going to decline. If I don't live stream it, then basically I have to hire commentators, have a live stream on my channel, or just forego it completely. And so it's a bad situation altogether. When you combine that with the fact that I'm frankly just very tired of rapid chess online, it really is just like, it's like, whatever, kind of. The reason is because it's not a situation where you make moves in 3 to 5 seconds. You're playing games that go much longer. You have to spend minutes thinking about individual moves. That's the main reason. So like if I'm talking out loud, I think in rapid it's a big negative, because then like all the explanations I give are like very, very short. They're spatterings of what I'm thinking about, and so then I have to go through like deep calculations and not talk. Like it's a bit Okay. The Champions Chess Tour is really fun to watch in 2020, especially your final versus Magnus. So sad to see. It's so sad watching chess nowadays compared to the pandemic. I mean, yeah, you're right, but what do you want me to say? Yeah. I mean, the bottom line is really, I think, what I said before. I mean, if Levy sees knight c8, which he will see, I assume, he's just going to win the game. Yeah. I think the computer has some other line. I'm assuming after takes or some different. What's the difference? You have rook d7, d4, a4, and I'm guessing somehow the queen is a little bit iffy here, similar to Levy's other games. Maybe no ansats for the sub. Or after bishop c1, I think basically the queen gets stuck here. The queen has no way out of the box, kind of. This is very, very dank. But the queen is stuck in a weird box here, basically. Whereas I guess now after rook d8, takes. I mean, but you do have this. I guess this is probably winning still. I mean, still winning, but maybe some complications here, actually. Some complications still. Yeah, it takes. He's gonna move quickly because it's the only move, which is good. He's gonna win this game pretty soon, though. I think she's gonna fold under the pressure of the clock, if I had to guess. Or we get this one. I mean, this is what could also happen too. Like, I could see this one. But actually, why does bishop c6 not? Oh, the bishop c6 is rook b8, right? Yeah, there's rook b8 and black wins. Yeah, I think we're gonna get takes, bishop c7, or we're gonna get bishop c5, knight c8, which is winning for white. I beat a girl. Ha ha ha. Very funny, you guys. Very funny. Very, very funny. Who cares? You're so funny. Human race. Hey. So long, so long. So anyway, I mean, bishop c5, you could also play queen c3, which is good too. Like, even this is just good for white. Like, everything here is very good for white. Levy has played 2 games today, but he got the exact opening he needed, because I'm sure he's a little bit tired with the 2 games today, but he got a nice easy opening where he could play like 10 quick moves. Novak, when are you mad? Why would I be mad? How does that affect me? How does that affect my life? Explain to me how that affects my life. Let's be real. How does that affect my life? It doesn't. Yes. Like, I mean, why would I be mad? I can root for someone else, but why would I be mad? It has no impact on my life. Come on. Like, okay, let's see what we get here from Megan the Stallion. She'll either play bishop c5 or she'll take the knight, one of the two. I'm not sure which one she'll go for, though. I mean, I think bishop c5 is much easier to play as a human. And then queen c3 takes, and like d4 or something. I mean, white's just better here. Megan Lee Stallion, okay. But it's showtime. She's got to make a move quickly here. You gotta go. You gotta go. Okay, time to move. Time to move. The guy that took years on Asia was hilarious. Yeah. Just gotta go. You gotta play bishop c5 or something here. Levy's chances of winning this game are very high just because of the time situation alone. Like, he has an advantage. I would say the only guy in the tournament that I've seen so far who I think is better than him is the Novak guy in blitz potentially. Novak is the only guy where if they get to a scramble, I think he could outplay Levy. Everybody else is just weaker than Levy in blitz. So as long as Levy's not losing a game, before time scramble, he's probably gonna win or draw most of these games, which is a big advantage for him. Like it's a huge advantage that he has. He's not gonna make a norm here, no, because he's playing players who are much lower rated. No. See what we get here. Ever consider playing horror games? Horror games? Not really. It's not my thing. But she's just too slow. I mean, she's just too slow. I just finished watching Wimbledon. It looks like Djokovic has against Alcaraz. I mean, Alcaraz is a favorite because Djokovic is 1 year older, and Djokovic last year was basically unbeatable, it seemed like. So I mean, I assume Alcaraz is going to win if he plays well. Like 1 year, a lot has changed. Djokovic is no longer the same dominant player he was last year even. So I would guess that Alcaraz is a very, very slight favorite is my guess. But she's, anyway, back to the game. She's got to move. Gotta move. TikTok. I think she's thinking about bishop c5. I don't know. Why does someone keep asking me about stocks? Is bishop e5 insane? I hadn't even considered this move. I assume there's a trick with knight c8 or knight d5, but I don't know. Yeah, probably there's knight d5 here and white's winning. That's what it is. Yeah, because if rook d5, there's queen d5. You sack the queen. That's why. The draw yesterday was great for many reasons. First of all, the guy was higher rated, but secondly, Levy was getting cooked hard in that game. Yeah, she's too slow here. Okay, so she takes. Okay, Levy probably will take. We'll probably get this line on the board is my guess. This is probably what we'll get. Did I have to remove the react video? Yeah, I had to remove it because unfortunately the music that chess.com used on the video, the react that was it's like some kind of copyright or something. So it's what it is. Yeah. Kind of bums me out that Levy doesn't care about having commentators. Streams are the only way for us fans to watch chess. I hope it doesn't start a trend. Well, I mean, I think the reason he does it is because he doesn't care about it. I mean, let's be real. Like, why would you care? I mean, Levy is focused on YouTube. If you make 95% of your income on YouTube, why would you care about live streams? I don't mean this in a negative way, like towards Levy specifically, but like from an economic standpoint. If you make 95% of your income off of YouTube videos, why would you care? Why would you care, honestly? Why would you care? Why would you care? Like, you're only going to care about what you make your money on. It's off of YouTube videos. It's not off of live streams. That's just the reality. I mean, it's not the same for me because I mean, I have a I can't talk really about it, but I mean, I do have a contract with Kick. So like, it's different for me. It's quite different. So like for me it's different because of course live streams are a big part of what I do, but I would also say that I would also say that like then if you look at like Botez for example, because that's another example, for them they don't, it's not like they have the same mode either. Like they aren't making videos to make money on YouTube. So for them, like having the product that draws people in to get ad revenue and subscriptions on with Twitch when they do broadcasts makes a bunch of sense. Oh, she already took the knight. Sorry, yeah, why is it not updating? So yeah, so to answer your question, like that's the thing, like when people say like for Levy it's completely different because for him he only cares about the YouTube videos. That's what he cares about. So that's why I mean it's all like kind of perspective. Yeah. Levy could just play queen b2, by the way. Queen b2 and d4 is completely reasonable here, just to be up a pawn. Like I could see Levy looking here, being a little bit concerned, and maybe playing queen b2. But if he uses his time, he should go for it. But I can see him being afraid of something like this and just thinking, uh-oh, something bad's happening here on my king side. I think he'll still take on b6, but queen b2 followed by d4 is also very, very reasonable. It's not good. It's, I mean, nowhere near as good, but it's very reasonable. I could see him playing this quite easily, actually. Playing queen b2 to guard the pawn and then just going d4 and being up a pawn. But let's see what we get. So anyway, yeah, to answer your questions for everybody who's wondering though, yeah, so it's very different for each of us. It's quite different. In chess, do you think courage is important? Depends what you mean by courage. Yeah. Sometimes I miss original content for YouTube from me. You mean like when I went and played against people? I think Levy's gonna play queen b2. Actually, I think he's gonna go queen b2. Just make sure he's not losing anything in the center of the board, and just try to lock it up and be up a pawn. I think he's gonna go queen b2 if you ask me right now. I don't think he's gonna take. I mean, queen b2 is not. I mean, it's obviously queen b6 is winning, but it's like you're worried here because there are multiple bishop moves like bishop c7 and rook d3. There's also bishop c5 and rook d7, rook d3. And you've spent a lot of time calculating this, so it's not completely clear cut. Whereas queen b2 and d4 decrease the advantage because basically after this, black gets a blockade on the extra pawn, and white's dark square b is actually very, very bad behind the pawn wall. But it does give white the advantage. You can play here in d4 and you're simply up the pawn with no counterplay. So it depends what happens. Levy really stepped up his game. He definitely got what he wanted. He got an opening with very easy, the first 10 plus moves, very, very easy moves, very straightforward plans. So he got what he wanted. Do chess players play one move at a time? Sometimes. Yeah, he's spending his time here, which is also very good, by the way. He's spending his time here. As long as he makes the right decision, it's well worth it. Can I play against Naroditsky like the old days, old YouTube videos from 2 or 3 years ago? I don't know what you mean by that. If you mean like play like 20-30 games in a row, that's probably never going to happen again because I'm just getting old. Even now, I very rarely play super long matches. Like I remember in like 2019 or 2020, I think it was 2019, I had like a 68 game match, I think with Fedo Save that we have on my YouTube somewhere. So yeah. Fabiano is up to number 2 in rapid in the world, 50 points behind Magnus. Yeah, he had a good event. He's having a good event. I don't think he's going to win the tournament though. I think Wesley or Ollie Reza are going to overtake him by the end of the blitz, but we'll see. I'm going to stream till Levy's round 4. We're probably just going to cover this. I'll take a break because I have some stuff that I have to do. I'll go grab some food and then do a recap, and we'll come back for round 5. You're young by all standards, not from a chess perspective. Definitely not from a chess perspective. In the real world, yes, I'm young by pure age, but no, I mean, people don't realize that with chess. So like for myself, I started what, 7 years old. I mean, I was already a master by the time I was 10. I mean, I've effectively put in close to 30 years into chess already in a very serious way. And so like people don't really look at it from that perspective, but it's important to note that. Like I've already put like 30 years into chess. Even if objectively I'm 36, like I started at 7. I mean, how many years do you put into a job? I mean, many jobs you start what, like mid-20s after college / grad school. Like it's pretty close. I think he's gonna take the pawn, but I'm not sure. I think queen b2 is very reasonable though. I could see Levy going queen b2. I expect queen b6 to be played. If he doesn't play queen b6 though, we'll see. 10K viewers, yeah, everybody wants to watch. I mean, the tournament is slowly picking up as well. He's thinking, what would Hikaru do? I mean, he should take the pawn, but the reason I think he will ultimately take the pawn is because I think he will see this line. He'll see this line very specifically with takes, and king g2 and takes, and know that he's up a pawn and can never lose it. So that's why I think ultimately he'll reach a decision, because bishop c7, I don't think it's super hard. Even b6, oh no, b6 there's so it's only because of rook c1, rook d7, and queen c6 that white's winning. This actually is tricky. It is tricky. He'll definitely see if bishop c5 doesn't work, but bishop c7 I think is the problem for Levy. I think he'll see bishop c7 and he might be like, okay, why do I want to go into this? I can just play queen b2. But Levy's time usage, by the way, jokes aside, Levy's time usage has been very, very good throughout this tournament. His time usage has been phenomenal. No, it's fine that he's using time here because this is the absolute critical moment of the game. No, this is the absolute critical moment of the game, and if he plays queen b6 and he goes for it here, his next the next moves, he's never going to really need to spend more than 2 to 3 minutes, if that, because it's such a simplified position here. Like, you can go b6 or you go rook c1. It's very, very simplified. You don't have 5 or 6 options here. So I think Levy's time usage is phenomenal. It's very, very good time usage here, so long as he plays the right move, of course, which is queen takes b6. If he plays queen b2, then it's a mistake. So like it cuts always. I'm gonna get some water. He'll probably move while I get water, but I'll get water. When Hikaru leaves, Levy plays that. Yeah, of course. Okay. Bishop c7, only move, by the way. Only move here. Any other move and white wins. Yeah. Yeah, bishop c7, only move here. Only move that she can play. Any other move and she's just gonna lose. No, the point is here after rook d3, rook c1, rook d6, you still have to find some moves. You still have to find queen c6. Like, this is not trivial. It's winning with correct play, but there still are some practical chance for black to survive. How did I communicate with him? Good one, you guys. Good one. Yeah, I mean, Levy, the 98.6% accuracy really doesn't mean anything because most of his moves have been pretty straightforward, but the few decisions where he's had to make good moves, yeah, it's like f4. I mean, I know the computer doesn't love it, but it's a very decent move practically speaking. I mean, e3, not very tough. I mean, really, I think f4 is maybe the only tough move Levy's had to find this game, actually, if I think about it. I don't even think it's tough. It's just, yeah, when I look at this, yeah, actually, if I look at this game, I don't even know why it's not higher. Because all these moves are book moves. Like, this is all pretty standard. Yeah, I mean, takes a knight a4, not crazy. Not crazy. Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, the accuracy is very... You shouldn't really trust the accuracy because most of these moves have been very, very easy to play. Yeah. She has to go bishop c7, only move here. But I think she's going to play bishop c5 and just play the endgame down a pawn and lose, most likely. That's my best guess. I had a 96% bullet game. Nice, very nice. I mean, rook d7 you just take. I mean, now you're up just a bazillion pawns here. Yeah, this is just over. Watch Karen post me saying how I'm feeding Levy moves. Yeah, exactly. Nah, I'm just so over all of that, you guys. It's just like, it's not worth my time. None of that's worth my time. Let's see what we get here. Waiting for Megan Lee's move. I think we will get bishop c7. I think, but I don't know. Like, there really are only two moves. It's bishop c7 or bishop c5. No other moves here that are playable. Yeah, no other moves. Prove that you're not feeding the moves. Right, exactly. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Yeah, I think Levy's gonna win here. I think it's basically over. Yeah. I mean, the only other line is this, but this is just winning for white. Yeah. Oh, she's from Washington. Oh, is she oh, she's Michael Lee's brother, actually. She might be, or sister. She might be the sister of someone that I taught very briefly when I was living in Seattle. Maybe if there's anyone from Seattle watching, they could probably confirm that. There was a kid in Seattle who I was coaching very briefly, who I think she might be his sister. Levy low-key can pass the rate. Well, I mean, Levy's rating is too low. He's not 2348. I think it's very, very clear that he's not that low rated. Yeah, I think her brother is Michael Lee, who's like 2400, like an IM or something, like a good player. I never really coached seriously, but there were brief periods when I did coach. No, I think Levy's elo is probably like, I would say high 2380s, 2390ish, somewhere just below 2400. I think is fair value for Levy's rating. That's what I would say. Fair value is like right below 2400 in my opinion. His rating is so low because he went and played some tournaments and lost a bunch of rating points. He was 24-21 when he was like 18 years old, or when he was like 18-19 when Levy was at his peak. He was like 24-20, but he's not on pace for 2500 right now. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude here, but you have to be realistic. He was losing in every game that he's played in the tournament with the exception of today's game. Like, he was losing at some point in all three games. If he were playing stronger players, he would have lost at least one of those games, if not multiple games. So like, you could say he's on pace, but he's playing much weaker players. So like, if you play, the quality is what ultimately matters over the longer run than the results. So it's like, if you play well over a long sequence of moves or long sequence of games, that is going to pay more dividends than sort of getting lucky in games against these players. Like, because if you keep playing like this and you lose the games, it is a problem. Like that's what people kind of don't realize so much. It's like you're just like, well, I mean, okay, it doesn't matter because you won the game, but if consistently you're not playing great, it's going to catch up with you sooner or later. That is the reality. So let's see what we get. Someone's saying I'm his new coach. Thank you. That's just another sad attempt at trying to get attention. Obviously I'm not helping anyone like that, so another sad attempt at attention. Okay, let's see what we get here from Levy. It's so odd. Levy's best at 18. No, it's very normal. So many people I know, they peak around like 17 or 18 years old, and then it's like they go to college or life takes over. Isn't there just bishop h3, or am I stupid? No. Oh, bishop d5. Wow. Oh, there's bishop d5. Eesh. See what we got. Thanks so much for riding with Dave, for gifting a sub. Appreciate it. Do I have an opinion on Christoph Selecki or Shuspel course? I haven't seen them. No. Levy's played a good game here though. He's played this game, unlike the other three, he's played a good game. He's played a good game the whole way, but now is where Levy's gonna have to find a couple of moves just to finish it off. Why does she wear a cap? I don't know. Okay, plays rook c1. The question is, will she find rook d7? Rook d7 is the only move, or it's game over already? Only move, rook d7. I think she'll find it, by the way. I mean, rook d2, rook d7 is just game over. I mean, maybe, oh, is there some? No, but this is just winning for white. Yeah, it's just a winning rook and pawn end game. I think she'll play rook d7 since she sees rook. She'll play it because there's bishop d6 or rook b8, I think. You seriously seem to be over the Vlad stuff. Good for you. Yeah, I can't be bothered by it. I mean, it's complete nonsense, and it's not a good faith effort anyway. So it's like, what am I doing? Like, everybody knows, everybody I think at this point knows what's going on, and it's just not worth the time of day. It's just really sad to see though. It is very sad to see. Okay, rook d7, only move here, only move. How do you rate his game right now compared to his last 3 games? This game has been a good game, but this game in large part has been a good game, so it fits his style. It's one thing that's really important in chess is sort of knowing what your style is. And when I see a game like this, this is very much in the style of play that Levy likes. Very sort of open positions, very straightforward plans, complicated ideas. Like this is exactly Levy. This is exactly in Levy's style. This is exactly in Levy's style. Unlike the other, I would say the other 3 games weren't really. I mean, I don't want to say not in his style because he's played as a Hikaru forever, but bishop c6 actually loses to rook b8. If she doesn't play rook d7, Levy wins immediately though. I'll cover the second game later. Magnus' style is universal. That's why Magnus is so annoying to play against, because his style, you give Magnus any position, his natural feel for the game is so ridiculously good that he'll just play good moves. No, Magnus is like Magnus is, I mean, it's just he's tough. He's tough, very tough. Like he will just play any position because he's so universal and he has such a great feel for the game. Fabi definitely is not like that, by the way. Fabiano, you cannot just play any position well. Magnus can just play any position and no issues. Come on, rook d7, let's go. Only move. Yeah, Levy's gonna win this game, I'm pretty sure. She's too low on time. I don't think she's gonna find rook d7. I don't think this. I think she's just gonna get low on time and blunder. Like I was saying before, Levy has a big advantage because, with the exception of the top player Novak who he drew yesterday, I don't think any of these players are capable of playing at the level Levy is in a time scramble, basically. And we saw it in game 1 when Polyanikova just played that bishop d8 move and lost the game. I would just say that basically, when I look at these players, if they get into a time scramble, Levy's just going to beat them. So he has a huge built-in advantage with the one time control. And so if they get low on time, they're just not going to be able to play as well as he is. That's just the bottom line. It's just not going to happen. And I think here she's going to probably, I know she's going to play rook d7. Kasparov said your best quality is your incredible instinct. I mean, my instincts are very good, but the problem is Magnus is just better. That's the only problem. That's a slight problem, and it's kind of a big problem too. Yeah, rook d7 is the only move that doesn't lose on the spot, and I don't think she's gonna find it. Although she looks like it looked like she's about to reach for the rook. Hikaru's the Karl Malone of chess. I don't think anybody should ever want to be compared to Karl Malone. His story is not that of someone you want to emulate. Let's be serious. She's gonna take, yeah. She's gonna go for this endgame probably. Queen a3. She's gonna try to play this one, but I do believe this is winning for white. No, this is winning, right? Actually, how winning is this? King e4. I guess this is winning, but it's not. Oddly, it's not as. It's winning, but it's a little bit tricky. You still have to be a little bit precise here. It is winning, mind you, but you have to be a little bit precise. As long as Levy doesn't blunder queen c7, because then I think there's a. Is there a sack? Oh no. Rook e2. Okay, rook e2, but Levy will never take with the queen because of the rook sack. I assume she's gonna play like queen e6 and queen a2 or something, but yeah. Yeah, Levy's gonna win the game here because he's up 20 minutes on the clock too. Yeah. There's just a very clean game for Levy. You're better off number 2. PewDiePie is way happier now that he was overtaken by Mr. Beast. What do you mean? I know what you mean. No, I mean Levy got a game in his style. If he gets games in his style where he can play easy moves and plans, easy moves, open files, straightforward plans, like this is very much in his style. If he can get games like this, he's going to do very well. Of course, players who are a little bit stronger are going to know this when they play him in the norm tournaments, and they're not going to like get it. They're not going to let him get positions. Let him get positions in his style. Yeah, Levy's positional chess like yesterday in the Hikaru Con was abysmal. I mean, he should have gotten steamrolled. Now, to his credit, he defended very well, but it was a game that definitely showed one of his big weaknesses. He promised me on stream back on Twitch days for a comment I made. It's not about money but principle. What? I know what you mean by that, but anyway, yeah, I must be missing something. So yeah, Levy doesn't have to take the bishop, but actually, you know what? No, but Levy does have to take because E3 and G2 are both a little bit weak. I mean, he could go rook C8 here, for example, which probably is good enough, but I'm pretty sure he'll take. The only reason Levy won't take is because he isn't convinced that this endgame is winning. If he doesn't think this rook and pawn endgame is winning, like say he sees something like this and he thinks, okay, this is just a draw, which this is a draw, by the way, 4v3. He might not take the bishop. I expect him to go into the end game, but he might not. I'm trying to think of a reason though that he wouldn't go into this. I'm trying to think about it. So, like, I know this is winning, but like he might. No, but I mean, this, if Levy's instincts are good, he'll just snap the bishop and trust that the end game's winning. And he does have a good result in the tournament, so I do think that there's a very high chance he'll just go for it. Do you think he will snipe it? I think he's going to take, but the only reason I could see Levy not taking is because actually I was thinking about it. If you play like H4, just to illustrate the point, after rook E3, rook C8, white wins the game. So rook E3 is not a threat, and even B6, for example, the bishop's guarded. You can't take the pawn on E3, and so with no actual threat, he could play B6 and try to go B7. I mean, I actually kind of like B6 a little bit more than rook takes F7 from a practical standpoint, just because it keeps all the pieces on the board. Levy's up like 3 minutes on the clock. If Levy had 1 minute, he should take immediately. But with 5 minutes versus 146 up like 3.5 minutes, I think most likely Levy will actually not take the bishop. I think he'll go B6. I think B6 is a very, very reasonable move here for Levy to play. I think I kind of prefer it. Yeah, B6, queen A2, but you have no threat. I just go here. The queen guards the bishop. I'm just pushing B7 and rook C8. That's why I actually think there's a very good chance he plays B6. I still think he's more likely to take the bishop than not, but B6 is just as good in my opinion. I would not win this with black against Levy because you play rook takes F7 in 2 seconds. Thing is, there are a lot of options though. Like even a move like bishop c6 is probably okay too. Like there's just so many moves that are good here, so that's why I don't think he's gonna play it. Like, why is bishop c6 not winning? Rook f8. Bishop e8. Funny. Yeah, I think he's gonna go b6. If you were to ask me what he's gonna play, I think he's gonna go b6. No, but it doesn't matter the time usage. His time usage has been very, very good in this game. I cannot fault the time usage. Yeah, against a stronger player he would snap the bishop for sure. Yeah, against a stronger player he would snap. Now what I'm curious is whether he's going to take with the king or the queen, because queen takes also makes a lot of sense too. apparently this is actually not winning, which is interesting, surprisingly. Oh, actually, it's a rookie 3 or something. No. You could also go king f1 maybe. Oh no, then oh no, because rook h2 suddenly the pawn's guarded, and now you've messed it up. Never mind. Yeah, no, I mean, he'll take the rook, obviously. I'm gonna go use the restroom. Give me 1 second. All right, yeah, it's all very normal. Yeah. I mean, rook a1, I mean rook a1 might actually be the only winning move. Like, this is already very tricky because basically if you can swap the juicers, this is just gonna be a draw. Yeah. No, I need to use the restroom because I'm obviously going to do a recap as soon as the game ends. I don't want to have to rush the recap because I need to use the restroom. Yeah, that's the main thing. I don't want to have to rush it. Levy is down the clock. Of course he's not. Yeah, Levy's gonna win the game. You just walk the king over and it's very, very straightforward. Is your prostate okay? You go to the restroom a lot? Yeah, because I keep drinking a bunch of water. Yes. Anyway. Yeah. Can I hold it with black? No, I would lose this game. Yeah, I would lose this game. How about as the heat? It's not great, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is not difficult for Levy. This is very basic. You bring the king over, and I think e4. I mean, I'm trying to find a way that you don't win. King c4 might be one way that you don't win it cleanly. Yeah, but I mean, everything's winning here. Yeah, everything just wins for white. Live recap? I mean, I could start a live recap. That's what you guys want. You tell me. Should I do a live recap? I think, okay, I think, how do I do this? Let me think about this. Yeah. Wait, what's that? We got king e6, okay. Problem is they have enough time that I'm worried this is not going to be over in like 15 minutes or 10 minutes. That's the problem. No live recap. You're too bad in chess. Okay, I think actually I am gonna do a live recap. Control C. Where were we? chess.com/analysis. Okay, details. Thanks so much to Chessie and 23 for the 10 gifted subs. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for the Actually, wait, let me refresh this. Let me refresh this too. Copy, Control C, Control V, add game. Details, Rosman. 2348. Secondly. 2297. Okay. There we go. All right, let me stop the music. I think I'm gonna start with a live recap. Okay, you guys. Yeah. Okay. Let's start with our live recap. Let me adjust this. Here we go. 1 second. Yeah, I have to do a live recap because I kind of have some other stuff. So I have like a meeting I have to go to, so that makes it kind of problematic, which is why I'm gonna do a live recap.